Yo, 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 once again, we are back. This is With Just a Messengers podcast. I'm Mo.
I'm Mike.
And,
Heat wave.
It's hot as a motherfucker, man.
Heat wave. We hit a record yesterday. I tried to tell niggas, dog, it's not supposed to be this hot this early in May, bruh.
It's hot, man.
We hit 100 degrees for the first time in Charleston, dog, in May.
Listen, my car told me Saturday it was 101 degrees outside. I started laughing like...
I got a 103
but it was
reading
a
yesterday.
concerned laugh. It wasn't a, oh, damn. No.
And we ain't had no rain in weeks. I think we on a little mini drought. I don't think we gonna get no rain this week neither.
You know, 101 probably feel like 105 depending on where you're
it's
at.
always like 6-8 degrees higher than with the. It could be like 100 outside, but it can feel like 108. And, you know, we got crazy humidity going on, so I don't know, man. You know what's so crazy? I was looking at Arizona, bro. It's like 60, 70 degrees in Arizona, bro. But it's 100 over here. That shit don't even make sense.
Hey, man, we in trouble, man.
Drew was telling me earlier that we ain't really had no winter. That's why it's hot like this. But I can't really remember, man. So the winter been kind of hot the whole time too. It was a warm winter. I wouldn't say it was warm. We had some cold days. It probably wasn't as long.
It wasn't as long. That's what I mean. Like it wasn't like we know it was about to be cold for the until April at least, late March, April. It ain't been like that.
No, this shit here is ridiculous, bro. And I've been thinking about when we had that snow. That was 2018. That's damn near. That seemed like this year. I think about that shit, but yeah, man. Let me tell you, I'll get up on my get up this morning, get on Twitter, and I see niggas is licking the ass fresh out the pool, man. Like Shorty been shaking the ass. Man, straight get behind and start licking in between the crack, bro. While she been dancing. I'm like, that's how niggas getting down on Memorial Day weekend, bro?
Before I even comment on this, I just want to go through some quick stats, and I'm not projecting this onto this young lady, but, you know, it was a recent report that came out, I think about last week, where it said for every adult that's in a pool, there's at least 3 ounces of urine in that pool. So just based off that, alone, I ain't even fucking with the public pool system and none of that. Like, you know, that did look like a private setting, but still, like, that's too much people I don't know. So it's like... Mans
was wildin', dog. I'm like, that's how niggas giving up on Memorial Day weekend, bro?
Hey, man, Memorial Day, sometimes you gotta put your head between some ass.
You with the shit.
Not speaking for me personally, but I guess... I
mean, the way you just said that just now, I mean, you do that, I mean, you know...
Nah, I'm speaking off of what we seen in the video. Something compelled that young man to where he felt like he needed to insert his head in between her buttocks. So that's where we at with this Memorial Day.
No, that chlorine is not cleaning that.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Like, first of all, you shouldn't even be having no chlorine pool. You should have a saltwater pool, bro. You shouldn't even be fucking with no more. The chlorine pools is still the most popular pools out here. Get saltwater, man. You shouldn't be fucking with that chlorine, man. You mix it chlorine with all that body and shit.
Man, listen.
Lauren, she probably just been sweating too. Man, oh man, that shit was crazy, man. But yeah, man, hopefully we get some rain soon, man. Like, I don't know what the fuck is going on with this heat. Niggas is having their cookouts and shit. I will not be attending no cookouts. Mike will be in the house chilling.
It's too hot to cook out today, bro. It's too hot.
Unless you doing that shit about 8 o'clock at night. I'm not even fucking with no 5, 6 o'clock cookouts. The sun's still beaming. Matter of fact, that's when it's the hottest. That shit, yes, I looked at my shit. That shit still said 99. By the time 8 o'clock rolled around, it was 92. Still 92 outside, bro. Yeah, man. Y'all can have that shit, man. Stay safe. Drink some water. I feel for anybody who don't have no AC in their car. I went through one of those summers, and best believe, dog, like, I am very grateful.
Hey, shout out to y'all. Y'all got to drive 80 miles an hour wherever y'all go.
Man, listen, I remember summer 09, bro, and I had my Nissan Stanza, bro. Crazy. I wasn't making a move till 8 o'clock.
Humble beginnings, right?
What? all four door windows down.
Yeah.
I had no automatic windows. I had to roll that shit down. Like, nah, fam. I wasn't fucking with that shit.
Y'all using sun visors?
I
on your car?
Oh no, I don't.
Man, you know I ain't never used a sun visor on my car. That shit work.
Invest in it.
I'm about to get that shit for real, bro. I ain't never invested in the sun visor.
It's gonna be a hot ass summer.
I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna even try to clown the sun visors, but I've been in cars that have had a sun visor in it. Them shits feel cool as hell.
Yeah.
Damn,
but I mean, I've been getting by like my.
Close your sunroof up if you got the the second.
Yeah. See, I ain't got no sunroof.
Okay. Well, yeah.
So just get a sun visor.
If you got the 10 already, you're good.
Yeah, my shit kind of dark.
I got 10, but it still be hot now.
It still be kind of hot now, for real.
Crack your windows.
And then put the sun visor in.
You good. Or it's gonna be and it's better on your leather also.
It don't dry your leather out and shit. Yeah.
Because some niggas ain't using the right product.
So you got
that Armor All or whatever. Don't use that. That shit dries out your.
So
your
even
leather.
if you got cloth in there, just go ahead and put the.
Still.
Oh,
yeah.
Roll the window down. Roll the window down still.
Still cracking.
Fuck with that shit, man. All right, man. So let's get into this the baby fight, man. So I saw the baby fight pop up on my Twitter yesterday while I was a matter of fact I was downtown eating with my girl and shit. Came back and I noticed baby had a fight online. Caught wind of it, and at first I was like, damn, dog beat the shit out of him, which he did get his ass beat. Then I started to see the other videos, and dog came back to the store and talking to security and all.
How many people whooped my ass?
Man said 2 dudes, the black security guard in there. I see a white police officer behind him, also in the store. And I don't know. I'm not saying the baby, he don't do what he do out here, but that particular incident just seemed a little funny to me, man. The shit seemed staged. Me personally knowing, walking by and being in a Louis Vuitton store before. Being in a high-end fashion store before, like, if you getting ready to throw down, dog, them people gonna call the people on you, and you not even gonna be allowed to come back in there. So the fact that he was able to come back, talk to this guy, and this shit just seemed fun. And then he ended up outside the store when he was getting his ass beat. I don't know. The whole shit seemed shaky. I ain't really seen no fight on the video. So I don't know. I'm not saying I'm not saying he ain't really get down with the get down. The shit just seemed, from the visual evidence that I saw, the whole shit just seemed shaky. And with dude already had been posting hella videos about him and all kind of crazy shit. Shit just seemed shaky, man. The shit seemed staged. Like, I don't know no situation where you fighting in a designer store and you was able to come back and nobody not saying nothing.
I mean, I ain't gonna lie, man. I done got into it in a public setting. I done got into it at a mall, and there was no police. So it's like,
I'm talking about in the particular store. They be having security in them stores.
That store in the mall, though. Yeah, you're right, though. They do have security in there, but at the same time,
I'm only talking about high-end fashion stores.
They're not calling the police off top. They can handle it themselves.
Since when?
That shit probably happened quick, bro. Like, we don't know. And like, I've been seeing tweets on both sides saying that it is staged or they feel like it's staged. I saw a couple tweets from somebody who was at the mall, and they was kind of confirming like what happened, because the dude was lying about what happened. He basically was saying dog security jumped him, but he was basically saying nah, like it was only 2 niggas in there to begin with. Him and his
unless
brother.
the dude in the white jersey was his security.
That's his brother. That's not security.
Well, he must have just been addressing him as security. Like I said, I don't know. Like, the whole shit just seemed funny. But I did see some other tweets about like how the way the baby moving, he ain't gonna last long. But in all his situations, all his encounters, they been nothing but self-defense. So I don't see what moving that people talking about. So all I know is that he's handled his situation. He's held his own. But with that fight right there, the shit just seems sketchy, man. I don't know. I really don't know how to gauge it.
I feel like niggas should just leave him alone, man.
And me personally, I wouldn't even have post that shit, bro, because that's a lawsuit waiting to happen. That's another thing, bro. If I'm a known celebrity and I'm a known rapper, and a nigga talking crazy in the store, and like I beat his ass, I'm not gonna record myself and post that shit online.
That's one knock I'll give him on that. I ain't recording that shit at all, nor am I uploading it on a
because you gotta peep now. You gotta peep now when the shit happened. When the shit happened at Walmart, he didn't record that shit.
Right. I don't think he had a chance to even. I don't think.
You get what I'm saying?
I get what you're saying. Yeah.
Even with that being self-defense and being at the fact that he shot the dude, you see what I'm saying? Right. Like he got up out of there. You see what I'm saying?
I remember pictures being leaked from that situation too, and I was like, dog, that's weird too. Like, who took the picture of this nigga laid up in the freezer? Like, I mean,
Well, that breeze hitting right now, by the way. I just had to say that.
That breeze hitting different, yeah. But
right now, at least a good reason. But yeah, man. Like I said, man. Nick, for number one, the biggest thing out of all this though, stop clout chasing, man. Like this shit. Stop talking crazy to niggas, man.
If this nigga got jumped, because I've stated how I feel. But if this nigga got jumped, he
got what he asked for. I'm not pro jumping. Like me and Mo talked about this shit yesterday. I'm not pro jumping. Like if me and Mo outside chilling, and like a nigga talking crazy, and it's just one nigga like.
And we beat this nigga ass. Like, we did not initiate anything with this man. If anything, we were defending ourselves.
Honestly, bro, if he was talking crazy just to me by myself, I would handle that shit on myself, like one-on-one. You see what I'm saying?
And I would too, but at the same time,
it only get out of hand if another nigga coming out the cut or something like that.
I understand that, but we in a different time. Like, I'm not saying that I would do that or like any of my niggas would do that, but I can't control them. You know what I'm saying? I can't control how they would feel, how they would want to handle that situation. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So it's like he might have felt like he wanted the one up with the baby, but you initiated this with this man in the store, and he with his people. You don't know how that man want to handle the situation. Maybe he don't want you to get the one up with his brother. Yeah. Maybe he want to jump in and beat your ass with his brother. And you can't.
A lot of brothers roll like that.
And I know me and my brother roll like that. Me and both my brothers roll like that. So he can't even complain about how that was handled because it could have been worse.
No, it definitely could have been worse. And he's still posting videos, like I said. And another thing, because like they were talking about like how his followers shot up from 17K to like 50,000.
Yeah, he up like 40,000 followers in like a few days.
That shit is crazy, bro. Like,
is this like
I mean, it's a.
Did he get a clout chasing package for getting his ass beat?
Yeah, he did, and it's a lot of that going around. Like anything for clout, man. Like Cardi B say, man. A lot of people they fiend off that attention, man. So anything to get they followers up, to get their engagements up, they gonna do that shit, man. That's the climate that we in right now. A lot of people don't care, even if it mean getting their ass beat, they really don't give a fuck.
Shout out to the Offsets for dropping that beautiful piece of work called Clout.
Yeah,
so it's very telling.
It was
song.
So crazy.
What's going on?
Yeah, it definitely. That's probably like his leader single off the album, innit?
Yeah, that's the biggest song on that album.
That was a good album, by the way, too. I think it's gonna age pretty well. But yeah, man, leave the baby alone, man. Shit, I even heard right after that he went and did a show like right after that. So
yeah, I think that's why he was in the mall, like trying to get ready for the show, and that happened.
And this other nigga, he was still talking about how he came back. That's what I'm saying, bro. Like,
how you come back to the store?
How you come back to the store, bro? Like, how do you even allow you to come back to the store? Like, especially like with us. Like, you get what I'm saying, bro? Like, the whole shit just seems shaky, man. All right, but
see, people, you see the security guard that he talked to? Do you think that nigga jumping in and breaking up a fight?
No.
That old ass nigga's not jumping in to break up that fight when that happened.
Nah, and then that's like for the white cop that was standing behind him, the white security or white cop, he looked like he was caught because he had the hat on, he had the uniform on and all that. It just seemed like if he was in there, bro, like the shit would have went different.
Yeah.
It would have went different because they gotta protect they jewelry and all they shit in there, like they display and all that. This shit that's why they be having them in there anyway.
We can go to Louis V right now and there's a nigga standing in there by the door.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, exactly. Especially around Memorial Day weekend and shit. Yeah, man.
I don't know about everybody else's story.
But Dog is a clown now. Don't get it twisted now. Dog is a clown, but the whole shit just seemed shaky. That's all I had to say.
Yeah, bro, a clown for real.
So you gonna give Cole his roses?
Yeah, I give.
Didn't. And I'm gonna tell niggas be moving funny on the TL too when it comes to song. I'm gonna say this right now. If that would have been a Young Thug song by himself, niggas would have had all type of tweets, all type of fire emojis, all type of shit. But being that it was Cole on that song, niggas was quiet, and you can't even debate that, bro. You was quiet on the TL, bro. It took Scotty to mention you. In
I said the song was hard.
Yeah, but he had to add you in a tweet for you to say something. I was waiting for you to say something.
No,
bro.
Listen, I wasn't on the internet when the song dropped. When I came back on, no, listen, I'm telling you what happened. This is the storyline of what happened when the London dropped. That shit dropped randomly, right? It was like a random drop for the song, right? Okay, so I wasn't active online when this happened. This was a couple hours later. I saw Scotty tweeted me. Shout out to Scotty McFly. He tweeted me the London, and it had a bunch of fire emojis. I was like, "What's the London?" It took me scrolling around on Twitter and say, "Oh, that's J. Cole and Young Thug. Let me check this out." I tweeted what I do as soon as I listen to the song. What did I do?
I ain't see no tweets until Scotty had tweet you, bro.
Because that was when I listened to the song. That's exactly when I listened to the song. What did I tell Scotty?
I seen niggas react to Thug on the TL when he dropped solo shit and niggas go crazy.
So because I didn't share
that is a fire ass song, dog.
The song is fire. Like I didn't take nothing from the song.
This my opinion. I feel like had that been a solo Thug song, niggas would have received it different. I literally see somebody said, "Man, Thug ate everybody's food." Cole verse was alright.
I didn't say that.
I didn't say you said that, but I'm saying the temperature.
Oh, right.
That's what
I mean. No, that's hating because Cole didn't stay on that song.
Because I fuck with both artists. Yeah, I like Cole more, but I fuck with Thug, and actually I've grown to appreciate him more throughout time. You see what I'm saying? But what I'm saying is that it would have been received different had that been a solo Thug song. With Travis too?
You think niggas is holding their nuts on J. Cole?
Definitely. Listen, I see niggas throw retweeting sub talking about Thug wrote Cole verse. Now I get it, it's jokes, but it ain't jokes if it's the other way around. Niggas would take that shit personal. If it was the other way around, niggas would be like, "See, Cole fans is doing da 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 this and the third."
Nah,
when it's the other way around, now it's jokes.
We've already had Cole fans telling us for the last 5 years that we need to be a certain IQ to listen to Cole. So we've already heard a lot of that.
You know how I know it's not jokes because I seen the civil bar tweets.
The civil rights bars?
Yeah, the civil rights bar tweets.
That was a joke. Those are jokes now. Y'all kind of...
Niggas lying.
Nah.
Niggas lying.
That shit was funny. So that's not funny.
No, it's fun. I know it's funny. But had it been the other way around with Thug, y'all wouldn't have received it as jokes. Y'all niggas would have went in.
Thug don't rap about civil rights.
But I'm saying, if you was to take that and flip it on the other side, I'm not saying that of course I know Thug don't do that. I'm talking about the climate of the joke. Like, if you was to reverse it, niggas would be like, "See, this is why y'all niggas don't have no ears." That's what y'all would have been saying. Y'all niggas don't have no real ear for music.
We already do that now because niggas already try to play Thug on the daily, though. This happens.
I know niggas who did not want to hear this collab and knew this collab and didn't think this collab would have worked.
It was just when it was coming.
Niggas didn't want to see this collab. I know that for a fact. I know niggas who didn't want to see this collab and who thought the shit wouldn't work. So when the shit dropped, you damn right, I was getting in my bag when that shit dropped. Because I know had that shit been a solo project, or if Cole verse was whack on that shit, niggas would have went in. And you definitely would have went in. You would have been the number one culprit going in. That's facts. My nigga, you know what's so crazy?
Why would I go in when I can just leave it alone and just let y'all
Bro, when he said Kaepernick kneeling on Miguel's song, my nigga, you had about 5 tweets for that nigga.
That's 5 tweets. It's 5 jokes, and that's
and
done.
Let me not narrow it down to a number. It could be 1 tweet. You went in about, and ever since that, and not just you, ever since Cole said Kaepernick kneeling on that Miguel song, niggas ran with this theory that all he rap about is civil rights stuff.
Man, the niggas rapping about Rosa Parks and Kaepernick gonna come through and chill.
That's one song, bro.
But he got killed for that. That happened. That happened to him. That's all it is. That's all it is, man.
No,
like,
but
niggas,
at what point that goes back to how when niggas talk about Future and say all he rap about is Percocets on his songs. My nigga, me and you done had a whole episode, not a whole episode. I done seen you break down shit to niggas on Twitter, on the podcast about how Future is not like that. How he just don't rap about that. So that's what I'm talking about.
That should be getting out of hand with Future, bro. They kill Future for everything. All
right then,
bro.
so but I'm just talking about his content.
Right.
All right then. So niggas after that song dropped, niggas took him saying that line and ran with this theory that that's all he rap about on his songs, and that's not true.
Oh, I mean,
that's what I'm talking about.
I can't say that I seen that, but it's just a joke. So I feel like niggas
is the
tripping.
Future shit a joke?
I feel like niggas is tripping. No, I feel like niggas really try to use that Future shit to say he trash.
All right, so niggas really try to say that all Cole rap about is civil rights bars on features.
Nah, I feel like people just tripping. Niggas know Cole nice. With the Future shit, I feel like niggas really try to clown Future like he's trash. Like that's what it is. I've said I've been very vocal about Cole. Besides the first album, which I felt was boring to me, everything else has been
we gotta talk
it's
about
been
that
good.
shit I dropped,
It's
too.
been good to me. Like I can't, this verse was fire. When I listened to the shit, I tweeted Scott. I said this shit was fire. And y'all funny because Scott was like, "Oh, so J. Cole verse was fire too." Nigga, I just tweeted too that J. Cole verse was fire.
It's different. It's different.
What do y'all want from me?
It's different. It's different though, because I know for a fact that was a solo Thug song, my nigga. You would have had a lot more different. You had a different temperature.
How when I've been vocal on the show and on Twitter saying that Thug music has been hit or miss with me. I've been saying that, have I not? His new shit has been hit or miss. A lot of it, some of it sticks, a lot of it's not sticking. I've been saying that.
Yeah, recently.
So that can't be possible. I'm cutting clear, man. Like
I don't know, bro. That shit just different, bro. Like I feel like if that shit was a solo and that shit fire, had that been a
fire, I feel like the song probably would have been trash if it was just Thug by himself.
I'm not really narrowing it down to like no tweets. I don't want to dig too much into tweets because I don't really want to do that. I don't want to be like, but I just know niggas would have either been texting me or niggas would have been talking heavy about that song had it been solo.
I feel like Travis Scott shouldn't even have been on that song.
Yeah, he really didn't give too much to the
song. He didn't really need to be on the song. I feel like he just added some ad-libs
Let me ask you this. What was the temperature when Mamacita dropped? Because I wasn't on Twitter.
Oh, that shit was the shit.
That's like a major song, right?
Yeah, because you got to think that was coming off of that was already coming off
I'm not saying this is up there with that song, but this is a dope song.
Yeah, I'm saying like the temperature of it, like it was that song was coming off of the Rich Homie and Thug, like the Rich Gang mixtape. So they was already hot. So yeah. Like, when that happened, it was a moment. You know what I'm saying?
So you feel like this Thug song is catapulting him back to where he used to be at, or it could be maybe with the album?
It's a good trend.
Okay. So you feel like his last two, what would be like his? Would you say like Jeffrey, wasn't it?
No, Jeffrey was hard. Jeffrey,
what came after Jeffrey?
No, because I saw somebody tweet had Thug albums ranked, and I was like, nah, this shit ain't right, man. I'm gonna find. Nah, I got this shit. I got this shit because I was like, nah, this nigga got some gems ranked very low, and I didn't appreciate.
I think he had Slime Season 2 ranked kind of low, and that shit is kind of fire.
Oh, I'm gonna find this shit, man. Y'all be patient with your boy, but I'm gonna find this list for y'all. But in the meantime, it is still hot as a motherfucker outside. And
matter of fact, I think I had text Marcus about that shit.
All right, I got it right here. I got it. So this list got the Rich Gang mixtape as like super. That's like over A. Barter 6, that was fire. I would put that up there. Jeffrey was high. That should be up there. Then I think that's Slime Season 3. That's that's Slime Season 3. That's super. That's debatable. Then you get to the A-roll. You got the Bankroll Mafia compilation. That really shouldn't be that high. Slime Season 2, that's a classic. That should be up there. Super Slimy with him and Future, that was trash. That should be in the D section. The Slime Life compilation, that should be D or C. Then we go down another road. That On the Run shit, that's a D. The I Came From Nothing series 1 through 3, I would put that D just because of the production on there. He was trying to do like that. He was rapping on a lot of like Young Money throwaway type beats, like those like.
Okay.
You get what I'm trying to say? Like that sound for that time. Like a lot of niggas was doing it, so I'm not really faulting Thug. C row. This is the heater row. Honestly, you got 1017 Thug on this row. That's a classic tape. That should be A. You got Black Portland. That's B. Lobby Runners. That was a moment for everybody on that tape. That should be at least B or A. This Carnage tape, that's trash. That should be C or D. Like this whole shit, like that whole shit is wrong, man. Like, and he was ranking it by like what had like a couple songs on it that was hard, and I was like,
Slime Season 2 should be S.
That's what I'm saying. Like Slime Season 2 should be S.
Up should be S.
Up, but I'm not mad at it being A compared to what's already on S. You know what I'm saying?
Portland, I would put at A. I wouldn't put it S. I'll put Portland A.
Yeah, that's why I said Portland should be A.
Yeah. The rest of these, yeah, move that Carnage shit down.
Yeah, that Carnage shit was trash. That's that EDM. No, nah, bro. Nah, bro. Like, this nigga got it all fucked up. So, yeah, I feel like I should do this over. I'll probably be tweeting my own thug list. I'm gonna probably do that tonight. I don't got nothing to do tonight, so look out for that from me. So,
so you know Cole's supposed to be producing this album too.
He's producing, executive producing.
I think he's producing the whole album.
Oh, that's
remember I had
so
text you about that month.
He produced this song right here then.
No, London did. London on the track did.
Oh, okay.
But I think he's supposed to be like
corresponding, like looking over shit.
That
would be hard.
Yeah.
If that sounded good, then let that nigga have the reins on that then.
Now I ain't trying to hear him on a whole bunch of songs now.
No,
because that'll flood the damn album.
No,
I ain't trying to hear that.
If he's like overseeing production and it sounded like that, then that's hard. Yeah. Like, I'm with it.
Like how LeBron was supposed to do.
Oh yeah, LeBron, you know that Jonah.
He didn't oversee all the producers on that album, man.
LeBron got on his Instagram account and said that Jonah Lucas went nutso.
Man, what we getting on next, man?
this is my king of basketball saying this. Like, I can't believe it.
So, Transit still staying on music. I had put up a top 5. I had put up a top 5 most best albums of the decade and top 5 most
you got a lot of flack for that too.
I got some mentions behind that. I got some agrees, did not agrees. I actually should have bookmarked my tweet. Let me see if I can find this. Okay, so top 5 most disappointing albums of this decade. So my top 5 was "What a Time to Be Alive" with Drake and Future, Wally the Gifted, "For Your Eyes Only" J. Cole, "Dreams and Nightmares" Meek, and "Magna Carta Holy Grail." Now the one I got the most flack behind was "Magna Carta Holy Grail." So let me break these down each one by one. So "What a Time to Be Alive," point blank period, them two should not have been on the album together. Like Drake and Future sound, I can't take that for a whole album. Yeah, they work good on certain songs. Tony Montana, Used To, Where You At, shit like that. But for a whole album, and I felt like the album was rushed. And another thing, I didn't have enough characters to put this in a tweet. But they both was coming off of arguably some of their best projects at that time. Drake came off, if you're reading this is too late, he just had the beef with Meek Mill. So he was feeling himself.
He was hot that song.
Future was coming off. Future had just dropped DS2 in July, so he was killing off that shit. So I feel like them two was like, you know what, bro?
Monster, Beast Mode.
Monster came out that year. Monster came out that year.
Beast Mode came out that year.
Oh, Beast Mode, yeah, yeah.
That came out All-Star Weekend. Then he dropped DS2 that May of July, that May or June or something like that.
Yeah. So. And I'm sitting back and I'm looking at this shit and I'm like, they really took their momentum and it's like, you know what? Let's just ride this fucking wave. So when I was listening to the album, I'm like, bro, like this shit just felt like it was some
put together shit.
Yeah, just some put together shit. They really didn't put the time and the effort how they promoted it. Because remember they had the promo videos with them in the studio.
They could have been in the studio working on that shit together.
You see what I'm saying? Like that shit, it would have came out a lot better.
Those weren't organic songs. Them niggas was playing shit that had open verses on it. Had to be because that shit wasn't like put together. Those weren't like orchestrated like records. You know what I'm saying?
Thought it was just
those were like, you know, some shit they was already working on separately and they just, hey, I got this, I got that, let's put something together. That's how I feel that was. That shit didn't sound organic at all.
Yeah, I had a nigga tell me that's arguably one of the best albums all the youngsters was fucking with it, so I already knew where to go with that one. Okay, cool. Okay. So next up, and like I said, it was real rushed. It didn't live up to the hype at all. I don't care what nobody talking about. So next up, we had my next one I did was The Gifted. That was Wally's big time flop. Like that was his Game 6 flop. Didn't do shit. None of that.
And you know, I'm gonna put a little backstory with this The Gifted album. Me and my man's Mike, you know, we was chatting with each other a few weeks before this album. I said, you know what, Mike? I'm buying this album off iTunes at that midnight. You know what Mike told me? He said, I'm buying it too. You know why? We believed in you, Wally, with this album, The Gifted. We believed in you. And you know what you did?
You flopped. You hold us with that shit. He definitely hold us with this album. I don't care what nobody say. I don't care about the complex.
You remember what I texted you that night?
None of that shit.
I said I want my $12.99 back. I felt
played. That shit. and we was listening to it.
I felt played,
and it felt like he put it, he went too hard with it. Like, as far as, instead of letting his creativity flow, which he got a lot of creativity. He's a very smart dude.
He listened to the TL.
Like, bro, like, you listen to the timeline.
He listened to the TL.
Asking people what they want to hear and all that, and that reflected in your work. And he got lazy and put bad remix. I hate when artists do that, bro.
Let one version rock, bro.
Dog, if you have a song that come out, this is just my opinion. If you have a song that comes out 6 or 8 months prior to an album and that shit kills, I don't feel like you should have that song on your album. That's just my opinion.
Certain artists will still do that now. Like a Beyonce can do that.
Yeah, certain artists, yeah. But for you to put two versions of that song on the album,
that's lazy as fuck.
Lazy as fuck,
That's
bro.
lazy as fuck.
The only dope songs on that album is Heaven's Afternoon and Black Heroes, bro. That's it. Everything else in between, the shit was whack. 88, whack. I don't care about the concept. Buying the threes for your homies, none of that shit. That shit was whack. Clappers, I hate that fucking song. And niggas thought that song was gonna be like a summer anthem. That shit was whack.
I ain't gonna lie, that video was lit though.
Has that song aged well?
Did it age well? I feel like it see, the thing is, with
is
that
the club
song,
going crazy to Clappers?
No, they don't play that song at all. But this is what I'm saying though. I feel like had Wally had stayed on that trend, which was when he first was on, he was infusing the go-go into his shit. That might have it would have reflected more better on his reputation already. Cause like you kind of got away from that as soon as you signed with MMG. Then you did this shit when you try to listen to the TL and you just mixed that in the album. That shit just didn't come out right.
Didn't come out right at all, bro. So yeah, L on that.
He got a good Nicki Minaj verse too.
Yeah,
he did a thing on that, but that shit just didn't pan out.
Next up, Hove. This is the one I got the most flack for, but I had cats agree with me on this one too.
He sold them phones.
So first of all, this is the most hyped, most promoted Jigga album all time.
He sold them phones.
He was fresh off of, because if you had a Samsung at the time, you already had the album on it on July 4th before everybody else got it.
Got that Sprint money.
The album dropped the next week, but if you had a Samsung phone, you had it the 4th of July because that was technically the release date.
Yeah.
So you would have thought coming off of Watch the Throne, coming off the tour, that this shit would have been like damn near a classic. He had the promo videos with Rick Rubin, Timbaland, Pharrell, all of them in the studio. All of that shit, and the shit flopped, bruh.
It had all the makings to be what it's supposed to be.
But and niggas, and I'm telling you, like, it really ain't got no quotables. The whole theme of I'm fucking with art shit, that shit was not hitting, bruh. I don't care what niggas talking about. And yes, the production was lacking. For you to have Rick Rubin, Pharrell, and all the cats that you had prior, I'm not comparing it to Black Album. Because, within time, the sound can change, but you can still kind of stay within your pocket.
You still got the same pillars from that classic album.
Dog, the only dope production songs on there was Holy Grail, Fuck With Me, You Know I Got It, Oceans, and Jay-Z Blue. That's it. Everything else in between, that shit, you could have... It was like mediocre, bro.
And that shit, like, what? How much songs on that damn album? Like, what? Like 16, 17 songs? Then the Ocean shit, that was the shit that's mad short, right?
No, Oceans with Frank Ocean, that shit was like, it was 4 minutes. So this album had 16 tracks.
I'm cool on that.
That's what I'm saying. And then remember at that time, you know how I know this shit didn't age well? Remember when Jigga had came out and said that he put this in his top 5 discography? I guarantee you, if you ask Jigga right now, 444 is way better than Man to Call the Holy Grail. That shit is at the bottom when Kingdom Come, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Easily. 444 was way better than Man to Call the Holy Grail, bro.
I read some tweets where niggas was saying Hov should have actually stayed retired after Black Album, and that Kingdom Come was like the album where it's like you can tell like a nigga kind of he lost a step a little bit. Like you,
I wouldn't necessarily say that because I still would have wanted an album. You know what I'm saying? But that shit there wasn't hitting, bro.
Yeah, that shit wasn't hitting at all.
That Man to Call the Holy Grail was.
But I can't say he should have stayed retired because I wouldn't have got American Gangster. So I can't say that.
Oh yeah, American Gangster, he bounced back big time.
American Gangster is heat rock.
Definitely, big time. So then next up we had Cole, and everybody know this is one of my favorite rappers all time. Like he's in my personal top 5. For Your Eyes Only was a dud, man. That shit had a mellow tone throughout it. And like I said before, he had a running theme about being boring, but I ain't really hearing it until this album. I don't know if it's because he had a daughter, so he was getting more just like with the soothing and like
kind of flow because
she was trying to make house music, man. For the
basically,
family.
like, and
I didn't have a problem on the album, but I get your point of view on how you feel about the album.
Yeah. Like honestly, like this album probably would be like his worst album to the standard that I hold him to. It's not. I wouldn't say it's trash.
Out of his bodies of work.
But it was the most like that's what I'm saying. It's the most disappointing because of the built up, and he was coming off 2014 Forest Hill Drive, so you expect to boom come back with another banger. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But nah, that shit ain't really had. And the only song really on there that I fuck with was the
Neighbors
and Deja Vu.
Yeah.
Because
those are good songs.
Those are good songs. Outside of that, I'm not listening to that shit, dog. Like, nah. And I feel like I'm missing one. Oh, and Meek Mill. Meek was super lazy with Dreams and Nightmares. I fuck with Meek, but you was super lazy with Dreams and Nightmares, fam. I don't know if it's because he had came off of DC2. Because he had 2 tracks off of DC2 on this album, bro. And that was Burn with Big Sean and Amen.
DC2 was a major mixtape for
me. That's one of the best mixtapes all time, bro.
Ever, yes.
I remember when that shit dropped. That shit dropped April. Man, he broke the internet when that shit dropped.
Yeah, he did.
Niggas was trying to download that shit. I remember that shit. And
that was a major project for him. So
yeah,
I can see
outside the intro and Believe It.
He probably was a little punch drunk. The nigga still coming off. I'm a Boss was a major record for him.
He was still writing that from the year before.
That's what I'm saying. So it's like, I can see how he got punch drunk and it might have got him a little lazy on that. But to his credit, he's matured a whole lot from that project.
Hell yeah.
So
I saw somebody say this, and Mike can't argue it. Said Wins and Losses was his best album, but I think that Dreams Worth More Than Money is his best album.
Dreams Worth More Than Money is his most sound body of work.
Wins and Losses might be his best.
Wins and Losses, I would put a close to.
Yeah.
But Dreams Worth More Than Money is my favorite album from.
And like I can't say because I fuck with all of me, especially like his Flamers, his Dream Chaser series is damn near flawless.
And man, shout out my nigga State to State. I remember this back in 08, 09 when Meek was signed to Grand Hustle. And my nigga was telling me, yo, like Meek is that deal. And I was like, I'll check him out or whatever. That's when he had the Derrick Rose song out and all of that. I was like, I'm gonna check him out. I'm gonna see what this nigga's about. So to see him come from being with Grand Hustle to, coming to the star that he is, like he's a generational star now. So it's like, this is a testament to him.
Oh, Meek is a legend
work.
now.
Yeah, it's a testament.
I'm only talking about the most disappointing albums of this decade, people. That's all I'm talking about.
Right.
So yeah, those round out my top 5. If you want to have any discussion about it, you can DM me, you can tweet me. I probably won't argue with you about it, but I'm interested to see what people got to say about it. So once again, it'd be What a Time to Be Alive, The Gifted, For Your Eyes Only, Magna Carta Holy Grail, Dreams and Nightmares. Now I did a top 5 most basically the best albums of the decade, top 5. And this is dating from 2010 to 2020 for people who don't want to be lost. So number 1, I had coming in at My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy. Can we really argue? Can anybody really argue that being the best album?
That's the best album of the decade.
Like, come on, fam. Down to production, features, lyrics, the tone of the album.
What other albums even on that category?
Like, come on, fam. Like, that was Kanye's best fucking work, bro. Easily. So number 2, I had coming. This is the one that's probably gonna probably fuck with people, but it's Jesus Piece by The Game, man. The reason why I put in Jesus Piece number 2 is because for number 1, the theme of the album, the production was crazy. The features wasn't too oversaturated. It was just right. And then the shit just flowed. The whole theme of it, like if you listen to it, he got the Kevin Hart skit in there, just the whole church theme and all that. Like, dog, like he hit on that shit like crazy. Like Blood Diamonds, if you listen to Blood Diamond, like just the theme of that song, and like even before that when he had what was that song? Was it King Me? Let me see. Let me pull this shit up.
Why are you looking for that though? That is a
Name Me
album.
King with Pusha T.
Yeah.
Heaven's Arms, See No Evil. Like that stretch, Can't Get Right, Hallelujah, Freedom. So like that stretch is crazy.
That's good arrangement.
And then you had from Ale Boumbaye, from the Jesus Piece, Pray, then to Go in the Church, then into All That Lady. Like, come on, dog. Like that album got no skips, bro. Like That's Game's. I know a lot of people would say the documentary is Game's best album, but if you really got an ear for music and you listen to Jesus Piece, that's definitely a top 5 album of this decade, fam. Easily.
I wouldn't agree with. I mean, I wouldn't go against that. I didn't mean to say.
Okay, I get what you're saying.
Like I said about Meek, he trended up from dropping this dud. Unfortunately, Game trended down from dropping this classic. So
I can't really say. I can say I can say socially wise, but
Game supposed to be top 5 all time, bro.
He don't got a whack album.
He don't got a whack album, but the corny shit that he do outside of music,
like it devalues him.
It devalues him as a overall artist, bro.
No, I feel you. I get you on that. Because 1992 is a good album too. I fuck with that shit.
He gets busy in the studio. Like he takes the production side and like what he lays on it seriously. I'll never take that from Jason Taylor. But the shit that he does outside of music. His full name. I can't fuck with it, bro. Yeah. Being that you 40 and you still doing this shit, you carrying on like this?
Nah, I feel you.
Nah.
So then at 3 we had Watch the Throne. Like, come on, man. Nobody carried nobody on that album. The production was crazy.
Hey, niggas was trying to. I'm pro Yeezy, bro, but that man did not carry Sean Carter on that album at all.
They say Yeezy was carrying Hov?
I've seen a lot of people saying like, "Oh, this is the album that Kanye gave Hov a lot of swag on this album. He ran off with it. Him being on his art and all.
No.
And if you want to feel that way, cool. But don't say that this man carried him on that album.
I mean, if you want to say the influence wise, yeah, but bars, fuck no.
That man, Hov rapped at a very high level.
It was even. It was even on that album, bro. And what I appreciate about Watch the Throne, it wasn't too long and it wasn't too short. That shit was just right. It was a perfect 12, 13 tracks.
Right.
So then number 4 is Kendrick Lamar. Now, I'm not the biggest Kendrick Lamar fan, but arguably, bro, he got the best story on the album all time. Like that Compton, his telling his story coming out of Compton, put on the album is arguably the best. Even if you're not a big Kendrick fan, you can't really argue that shit. Like, that shit was the best story put on the album. The production was crazy and like everything meshed down to the skit. The skits was even on point, bro. Like the skits throughout the whole shit, that shit was crazy. Like the best song on there is Sing Without. Is it Sing Without Me? I don't want to get the song wrong, but I think that's what it was. Let me see. Let me pull this up real quick. Yeah, Sing About Me. Yeah, Sing About Me was the best. And the Art of Peer Pressure is low key under one of the best songs on that album too. I know everybody like Money Trees and Poetic Justice and all that, but them two, yeah, that was the best. And Real was dope too. And then around out my top 5, if you're reading this, it's too late, bro. That's arguably like I remember when that shit dropped. That shit dropped probably around Valentine's Day 2015, like around All-Star Weekend, like. In terms of like the most rapping, that's the most rapping that we got from Drizzy on that album, and still with the R&B tracks on there. Like,
is that Drake's best album then?
Easily, front to top to bottom, no skips. I know a lot of people would say Take Care, but top to bottom, bro, like that shit was just amazing, bro. So yeah, that was my top 5 best and most disappointing albums. I had got some good feedback on it.
Niggas was hot over that Magna Carta shit though.
The Magna Carta shit, they be all right. They be all right. I mean, dog, like, I get it, Hov is a GOAT, but, dog, GOATs fuck up, man.
Yeah, it happens.
GOATs fuck up, man. I'm not saying it was as bad as Kingdom Come, but that y'all niggas is not listening to Magna Carta Holy Grail right now. And I remember niggas was telling me back in 2013, bruh, this shit a classic. No, it's not, and you not listening. That shit did not age well at all. Niggas is not quoting no lyrics from that album.
I feel like that's a very valid question to ask for. That came out, 2013?
Yeah.
So yeah, we 6 years out. So if you not listen to that shit now, that shit is not what you saying it was at all.
Exactly. Sorry, man. So it's time to get on these racist ass white people again, man. So shout out to the King, Flourish. I hope King's still flourishing out here. Lil Nas X had the collab with Wrangler. And the racist white people were showing they colors, man, in the comment section, man.
This is how you lose a customer.
I'm like, yo, fam, like y'all tight behind some jeans, man. That's what we doing now. I hope this man collect every check possible from Wrangler, and I hope he take home.
I just want this song to never go away now.
Exactly. I don't want this shit to ever die.
And like, you know, I said like, you know, I've been vocal about how I feel about the song, but I've always said I want this man to get his check off this song specifically for shit like this. Specifically, nothing else. I don't care how I feel about this song. Like I said, my daughter loves this song. I listen to it when I'm with her. I want this man to succeed with this song.
Definitely. And the shit, so that goes back to what we were saying last week about how they want to dictate shit. How can you try to dictate our culture, but this man now can't even have a collab with Wrangler, bruh?
Talking about this man is appropriating. If y'all really want to get technical, y'all learn how to ranch from the Hispanics. Over 30% of the original Cowboys were black. So
Facts.
Who's really appropriating?
Facts.
Who's appropriating?
Let's talk about it.
When you start hitting these people with facts, it's the calm nigger. Then they block you.
Dog, when I saw that shit, this how you lose customers. Oh, won't be buying these no more. This is not even real cowboy
Them niggas
style.
is not even worried about your little money no more, bro. You know why?
They expanding different.
They expanding.
Bro. Wrangler is getting calls. I literally seen people in the comments like, "Yo, I need this in the size. Do y'all have this in the size? You think Wrangler's about to sacrifice?
They have discontinued.
They
They have discontinued your once in every 10-year buy because you don't buy jeans every year, bitch. You only buy jeans when your shits get raggedy. So that's one. Wranglers, them shit. I don't have.
I think they're gonna like keep him in rotation, bro.
They should. I hope they do.
Yeah, they should keep this man because now they're hitting a different demographic.
I hope they do. Get that man a collab. But then you know what? You know what's gonna happen from that? They're gonna start reaching out to more urban people to give them.
I don't know, but do they do boots too?
I'm not sure, but I'm pretty sure. Like, you know, all these jeans companies got
whoever's the most popular boot company out here. I hope they reach out to Lil Nas X.
Cowboy boots.
Yeah, cowboy boots. I hope whoever's the
reach out to
brand design, whoever's the leader for. I hope he get a collab with them too. Have his own, put his little face on there with the song from the initials on the boots and shit. Yeah. We need to get that rolling out, man.
I want this song to go diamond.
Yeah, let's get our culture all up in their shit so they can know what time it is, bro.
If this song go diamond and it's still recognized as country music, like heads are gonna explode, like the Dave Chappelle episode.
Yeah, big time, man. Definitely, I'm all with this shit.
If
man.
he catch a Nelly
collect
run,
all these checks, and like I said, I don't really fuck with the song like that, but I'm fucking with dog just because he black.
If Old Town Road catch a Nelly run for this man.
I remember Nelly. I was fucking with all Nelly songs too when that shit happened with him. But it's like, yup, they always trying to dictate in, but you don't want to let the doors open to this man. Like, come on, man. I think he's gonna take home a Grammy next year.
You think so?
I think he's taking home Grammy for best country song, and they better air that shit. Don't try to do no old whole shit and go to commercial. Let that man go up there, get his award, and give a little speech. Air that shit, because you know that's how they used to do the rap award at the Grammys.
Mm-hmm. They did Will Smith like that.
Yeah, when you won best rap album, them niggas would cut the commercial and come back and do some more other shit. But shout out to Lil Nas X for getting that collab, man. I hope he get all the money that he can out this shit, man. Big time. So your boy, man, and I know you watch his show. I never watched his show. So your boy Jason Mitchell getting boot from the Shy, man. Sexual harassment allegations, man. How you feel about that?
If these allegations are true, which from what I've been reading are very true.
Because I heard he got dropped by his agency too.
Yeah, he got dropped off the Shaw. He got dropped by his representation. He got dropped off a Netflix project that was coming up called Desperados. And like from what I was about to say, from reading these accusations, they hold a lot of weight. So yes, he deserves all of that.
Is The Shy a good show?
It was cooking up to be something good. Season 1 I really didn't like. This season was this is like the writing on this season was they stepped it up. Like they were starting.
How many seasons is it into?
I think it's the second season. This on season 2 right now. So like I was saying, like his character is a main character. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So like his character was starting.
He gonna have to get shot.
It was starting to develop and shit like that. You know what I'm saying?
How you think they gonna finesse it?
Man, they gonna have to
move or something.
They gonna either move, kill him off, like. But it's like
they might have to roll with the move. That's always a safe bet. Like he moved or some shit like that. I don't know. I'm just throwing it out there. You don't know how they going.
He was a main character. That's what I'm saying. Like he was like a main character. Like a lot of stories branched off of his story, like based off other characters. Like everything intertwined. But like his was a main. So it's like it's gonna be real. Like, do they do like the Aunt Viv move? Like, do they get a nigga that look kind of like?
I'm not a fan of that shit no more, man. I feel like you can't get away with that shit now, man. That shit kind of whack. So, like, just replacing the character with somebody, that shit kind of whack, man. Unless he still, if he still look like
honestly,
him.
I want you to watch the show and then you'll see where I'm coming from. Cause like
what's it on?
It's on Showtime, but you can like catch it how we catch it. But what I'm saying is like his character was like a main character, so like. If you just remove his character, like it kind of like take away from the show as a whole.
Yeah.
So it's like I'm not saying we should keep him or none of that shit. If he did this shit, like he gotta go. I ain't with that shit. Period. You know
I saw the picture that they posted online with the whole cast and the girl had looked kind of uncomfortable
and he had his
in the
hand
pic.
on her waist and
he
shit,
had his hand on her waist and shit. Like her face said it all, bro.
Yeah, and it's like
a
for
picture
her,
say 1,000 words.
This says a lot about that production as a whole, and just where we at with everything now. If she felt like she needed to go to her boyfriend to have him come on set while she's working. Because
damn, that's some old Martin and Gina type shit, ain't it?
Because she said that she's approached like production and they being slow about it. It's like as her boyfriend is like, damn.
So her boyfriend did come up there.
Yeah, her boyfriend had to come on set to mediate some shit.
Yeah.
So it's like I can only imagine how he felt because like I fuck this nigga up right now and then fuck up her reputation.
I get it because like. In a situation like that as a boyfriend, you gotta kind of like when you first hear the shit, like you black out. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly, because
so like when you going up there, it's kind of like you gotta
contain yourself.
You gotta contain yourself,
and you still gotta be
because
there
that's your girl. That's your girl's job.
At the same time, like you as a man, you probably
me and him would have had a conversation for real.
You probably
for real.
all over the place, like you know what I'm saying. You probably talking to.
And then me seeing that picture.
Yeah,
it would have been like
knowing like where her head been at. It's like dog,
she uncomfortable.
It's like dog, come on, bro.
Yeah.
And knowing that I had to come up there and that her job didn't take the proper like steps to protect her.
Yeah,
like I'm thinking about all that shit. So I'm like, damn, do I fuck him up and the producers?
Yeah, we gotta have a zero tolerance for shit like that, man. Like I'm glad that these shows are taking the initiative to like boot these dudes. Like you can't be having that shit going on, bro. Like.
Yeah, man, niggas is on the weirdo shit.
Niggas be on some weirdo shit, inappropriate touching women and shit on the jobs and shit,
man.
bro. Like, nah.
Like, come on.
We not fucking with that shit at all.
This should be a lesson on both sides, man. Like, females definitely be very vocal about weirdo shit like this.
Yeah, be vocal about that shit. There's a lot of women who be kind of, scared to speak out about that shit. Don't be scared to speak out against that shit, man. Get these niggas out of here.
Please do. Like, I saw this girl she tweeted the other day how she was at a kickback and this nigga that she know put a roofie in her drink, but
I seen that shit.
Saw her do it, but all she did was go pour it out and left. And niggas was like,
that's the one with the picture that had looked kind of purple or something.
And niggas was like, why you just don't like? A lot of niggas was asking us like, why you don't drop this nigga name so a lot of females in that area would know to stay away from this nigga.
No, because like, if niggas would have seen that shit at the party, he would have got his ass beat.
He would have got fucked up. But she was like, no, he's a millionaire and like he has a lot of influence and shit. And I'm like, all right, man, like, all right, man, all right. I'm not even about to comment on that. But
bro. We got zero tolerance for shit like that. And then she said, you would have think it's somebody who don't get pussy. It's the niggas.
No, it's the niggas because they got control. They got control issues. They feel like
they get it thrown at them, so they can take whatever,
and they got access to anything. So like when they come across a female who's not,
they feel like they can take
shit,
it. Yeah,
they feel like they gotta take it. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like it's all corny nigga shit, man. Like
sad, man. But yeah, we didn't have a chance to really talk about him. John Singleton had passed away about 3 weeks ago. About 3 weeks ago, we didn't really have a chance to talk about his impact on the culture, but. We lost to Jay. He was young too, man. Like John he only was what, like 56 or something like that?
Right.
So like black man, you gotta stay on top of your health, man. Like health is wealth, man. Like we be checking out early, man. Like get your checkups,
This is historically black men have been checking out way sooner than we should be. I mean, thank God for all the ones who really getting past that 50, 60, because that's when a lot of us clocking out, man. So it's like you right, Mike. We gotta do better with this shit, man. And I'm not saying that John wasn't on it, but you know, sometimes I'm just speaking out for people personally. Like, you gotta really stay on top of that shit for real.
Especially when you start to get up in your 40s and your 50s. Yeah, man, go get them. You might not want to, but you gonna have to have the doctor, like, you know, check up in there, man. Like, you might not want to, but it's the betterment of your health, man. Like, for real. But Dawg had a lot of impactful movies that he did for the culture. Like, of course, the biggest one was Boys in the Hood, bro. Like, even with the scene that still stands out that I be see floating around on Twitter about
the gentrification and all that.
Yeah, if you're talking about the gentrification and shit like that, like, crazy how that's still relevant to this day.
And that was what,
92.
Yeah, that was 90, 91.
Yeah,
I'm looking
91.
at it now. I'm looking through some of this shit now. So just, I ain't gonna put out everything, but you know, just some of the heavy hitters. You got Boys in the Hood, Poetic Justice, Higher Learning.
Hey, outside the jokes and shit on Boys in the Hood, that message in that movie was strong, bro.
Yeah,
I know it gets floated around on the TL as a joke movie, but the message in that movie is real strong, bro. Like,
then he did the Beverly Hills Cop series with Eddie. Eddie was on fire back then when he was.
I didn't even know he did that.
Did Rosewood, what I feel like a lot of people should see. It's gonna make niggas mad, like on like Roots level, like back then when niggas saw.
Did
Roots.
he do Training Day?
No, he didn't do Training Day. He did Shaft. If you want to compare it to that, the one that came out in the year 2000, The Hustle and Flow. He did Black Snake Moan. He did Four Brothers.
That was a great fucking movie.
Yeah, man.
I didn't know he did Black Snake Moan.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, so rest in peace to John Singleton.
John Singleton, man.
One of our great visionaries from our
He
lifetime.
was real young when he did Boys in the Hood. He was like 21, 22.
Yep.
Real young. That's crazy, bro. Like,
I didn't know he did Illegal Tender. I hated that movie working at fucking at Foot Locker, man.
y'all used to play that shit on there?
We had the that was on the promo, like the commercial.
Promo.
This is one part when the light skinned nigga from Coach Carter.
Oh,
The
yeah, with the big fro.
With the big fro, he's in Illegal Tender. And he was like, "I'm not a gangster, Anna." This shit used to play every 20 minutes, bro. Like, I knew that was coming because that was the lit mix CD. It had all the T-Pain hits from 2007 on there. All right, but enough of memory lane.
Yeah, man. R.I.P. to John Singleton, man. Me and Drew was looking at this Shaggy interview before we had started recording. He was talking about like how he don't talk to his mom no more because she was like abusing him when he was younger, and it struck up a conversation about like, is the abuse in like the black family, like, is it something that's not being discussed enough, or you feel like it's at a time where times has changed, like as far as like the line between discipline and abusing the kids versus like other races, like white people. You know how like the trend, like you really see like white people really like white kids standing up to their parents versus the black kids, because you know, like even on Twitter, like when we be joking sometimes, like if we was younger, like how our mom didn't play certain shit,
Right.
like she would go get. Do you feel like that's something that should be discussed more or be addressed differently now? Because that's crazy for him to be this old and not talk to his mom. It's crazy.
He said he didn't appreciate how her she didn't know. He said that she didn't know how to express herself without being disrespectful.
Yeah, he said she was more verbally abusive than anything.
Abusive, not physically. She said he just was like, he noticed how the way she would talk to him, he would take that out on his own family unit, and he said he had to correct that and, you know, cut ties with her based off of that.
Bro, you know, so crazy. I don't know if we talked about this, but you know that shit brought me to remember that note that was going around about the kid who wrote the note to his parents or to one of the parents about like calling him stupid or her stupid.
Right.
And he was like, "Don't call me stupid. It hurts my feelings when you call me stupid. I'm sorry. I'll try my best to do better." Like that shit that hit me, like, damn, bro. Like that shit like hurt me to see that shit, bro. Like when you and like, I remember when I used to see the show, and like Tasha used to call Malik stupid.
Yeah, Tasha. Yeah, they had a.
And that shit used to fuck with him.
They had a crazy dynamic.
They had a crazy dynamic, and I was like, damn, like I wonder if that shit really do go on a lot, because I didn't experience that as a child. You see what I'm saying? But like, and I used to think like he used to really like as strong as Malik was, how he portrayed himself to be, like when his mom used to call him stupid,
It used to hit him.
It used to hit him a certain way. It used to be like, that's what you are, Malik. Stupid. He's like, who the hell you? And like he black one day. He was like, who the hell you calling stupid?
Yeah, he was like
he was tired of that shit. Yeah, he was tired of that shit.
I fuck with the game, man.
So like, damn, like for Shaggy to be like reach a certain age and not to talk to his mom, like that shit is kind of crazy to me, man. Like,
yeah, I mean, unfortunately, like
I think that's the worst thing you can verbally say to your child.
Yeah, it is, honestly, in my opinion. I mean, that never happened to me, but especially
when they trying.
Yeah, you don't want to kill your child like self-esteem, man. Like you don't want to do that. It's because your children look at you as protection. They want to confide in you. So when you burn those bridges down, it's like you kind of making them a stranger in their own house. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you want to be real careful with shit like that. You always want to speak life into them. So I mean, to answer your question, like
being that you a father, like I can't really speak on it. So like, do you feel like you coming up? Did you get your ass beat?
Yeah, when I needed to.
Okay, so do you feel like?
And looking back at it, those times I deserved to get my ass cut. Yeah. Like it wasn't in my household. It was never like no overly like over excessive type shit. Like you did wrong, and you was taught better than that. You got your ass cut. So it's all love after that.
Do you feel like you growing up as a father, you have those moments when you had to, or you feel like your voice is enough? And with that, do you feel like it should be more of that, or people just can?
I feel like a lot of parents in my generation, we coming to a point where it's like a lot of us don't need to be physical. Like I know me personally, my voice is enough. Okay, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like my child know, like if I'm in a certain tone with her, and it's not even yelling. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Because you got to be mindful of that too. Because I mean, me personally, I'm mindful of that because I could probably go off and not know that I'm going off. You know what I'm saying? But to her, I'm probably scaring the hell out of her. Yeah. So like, if I'm in a certain tone, she would know like, all right, time to tighten up. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But you don't have to be physical at all. Yeah. I think our generation, like in like 30 to like 25, 26, like we kind of changing that narrative and older than me. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like we kind of changing that.
Breaking the gap is really what Shaggy was trying to say.
Yeah.
As far as, you know.
Yeah, that was going to be my next year.
Like your mama used to get beat by her mama.
Yeah, you got to change it. You got to change it. It don't got to be
you
like
know
that.
What I noticed too? I mean, cut you off, Drew. I noticed it's more so with like my mom used to cut my ass. My dad didn't really cut my ass like that. Right. Like my grandfather, he didn't hand out the whoopings to my mom and my uncle and my aunts. My grandmother did.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So I kind of felt like it was more. I don't know what it is. I being that maybe because my mom was a single mom. She felt like she had to be on me harder. You see what I'm saying?
But I think it's like that with men, period, man. Because like it was never my uncles or my grandpa cut my ass. It was my mom. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I think with women like trying to raise men, they feel like they have to kind of be aggressive with you as opposed to like a man raising a man. Like you're not gonna be physical with your son. You're gonna talk to him because at the end of the day, he's a young man growing up. You know what I'm saying? As opposed, like women might not know how to, and this is not a discredit to women. Sometimes they just might not know how to
express it verbally.
Express it verbally to a young man.
That's why I feel like a male figure in the boy's life is very important because he could.
They need that.
It's essential.
They
it's
need
needed.
male energy, bro. Like
it's needed. Go ahead, Drew.
No, it definitely is essential, and I see this on a regular basis dealing with the career that I have. There is a lack, and I see that I have a stronger connection to most of the children that they have with their parents. You know what I mean? Like they'll go wild in the parking lot versus when I'm saying chill out, they gonna chill out. You know what I mean? And it's just like how Mo said, it's a tone of voice. It can be a look. It doesn't have to be like attacking the child.
Sometimes you just gotta talk to them.
Yeah,
like just sit them down and talk with them. Like
truly.
You'll be surprised. Like if you just sit your child down and it don't matter how old they are, they'll still express like from 4. Like whenever they can start putting shit together, you'll be surprised what just a 10-minute conversation will do. But like seriously, like.
But also understanding that when your child is at that sponge age, it's essential that you understand that this child is picking up on everything.
Yeah, they soaking in. Yeah, they soaking in.
Your first sign of that is when your child is repeating what you say. You know what I mean?
I definitely learned that.
Yeah. So when you sit there and say "fucking bitch" or stupid shit or whatever, your child is gonna put those words together and say that back. You
Right.
know what I'm saying? And
So
I'm
they
dealing
feel like
with
it's
this
right.
currently at my school,
Right.
where there's a 2-year-old that would say, "Give me my shit." You know what I'm saying? He's not. This doesn't fall from the sky.
Right.
He's heard it.
He's heard
Yeah,
it, and
he's
he don't
heard
even
it.
mean no wrong by it. It's just that that's
It's natural. It's
This is natural to him. You know what I'm
And
saying?
now, so with knowing that shit is the dominant word, he's now piecing it in other sentences.
Yeah. So now he's learning. You know what I'm saying? Like,
and so the mother will come in there aggressive as hell, like, "Oh, I'm gonna cut your ass." And I'm like, "Yo, this is the reason why he's
yeah,
wild
you don't
like
even
this."
gotta
You
cut
know
his
what I'm
ass. You just gotta talk to
saying?
him.
Just talk to him.
There were some times I had needed my ass cut, but I get
But
what
you
you're
know,
saying.
But
yeah.
but looking
knew.
back, you knew you needed to.
Yeah.
With words though, I feel like you can have a conversation about that.
Definitely.
Yeah, have a
Definitely.
conversation instead of saying in a situation like that. Yeah, like the only time I feel like it may be deemed necessary, like I use my nephew for example, like, and I had this conversation with my sister, and I would tell her, I'd be like, you know, he does that because you're not really. I feel like your voice isn't enough, and he like I remember a time she told him to sit down, and he laughed.
Oh yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So I told her, and I was like, hey, it might have to come to a time where you might have to jack him up. Or you
Right.
might have to
Just be a little stern.
Just be a little stern with it. I ain't saying you got to put the belt on or nothing like that, but he's going to have
He
to
needs
know your
that.
presence.
Yeah, it's a
You see what I'm saying?
It's still
because I remember
authority
there
there.
was one time, she had to tell him over and over again, and I was like, hey, what did she tell you to do?
And he tightened up right
And
there.
he tightened up right
'Cause
then
that was
and there.
something he ain't been used to.
And I took him and I put him in the corner. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
I was like, so you going to sit right there. You're not going to join us until you know how to act. So throughout time, he got better.
that shit, it
and
corrects
understand
itself.
It corrects itself.
It's a process, man.
Yeah.
Like Drew was saying.
I'm not
man, like,
with the first thing should be to
nah,
put the hands
no,
on. I'm
because
not really with that.
That's the teaching moment at
Yeah.
that point. You know what I'm
But
saying?
yo, we live in a time now that timeout isn't even acceptable anymore.
Oh,
You know
yeah.
what I'm saying? You can't even like what you said.
Yeah, I'm not with the time. I separated him from us because he
but
was
not-
comfortable.
you
Yeah.
do, like, it's called quote unquote cozy area now. But
Oh, they say cozy area?
yeah, but that's the thing. Like, a cozy area to me, I'm thinking, yo, I'm gonna go kick back. I'm
Yeah.
putting my feet up and shit
No,
like that. Nah.
the corner was punishment when we was growing up.
Yeah, it was.
That's what I'm saying. Like that was like there's still certain things in me to this day that I got to ass cutting for that I haven't even done it again. Like it was that bad to where I know
It instilled that shit in
I
you.
know exactly. Like I fucked up. I'm not gonna do that again. You know what I'm saying? Or I ain't gonna get caught again. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? But with raising children this day and age, man, it's essential that we really have to be on our P's and Q's and understanding that this is our generation. This is our offspring. These are the people that's going to be raising us one day. Like this is the main goal. Like it's
Just like how it was with us. Yeah.
So
Then
we're
even with you,
breaking-
yeah,
we're
go ahead.
breaking the chain. We're breaking the chain of certain things and certain beliefs. Just like marijuana, medical marijuana.
Right.
Like they're saying like. Pat McAfee, the ex-punter for the Colts, he has a podcast and whatnot, but he made a great valid point. Like these rules came from people who hated hippies. They didn't hate marijuana; they hated hippies because
they hated with it,
hippies
yeah.
was just doing whatever the hell they wanted to. So it was a rule
It wasn't
in
the
place.
drug, it was
Not-
the people. Yeah.
It was a rule placed by these old heads that hated hippies, not marijuana. That ultimately we're having to go through the worst situations, and people with Tourette's and all this shit can't get medical marijuana licenses because these old heads made these rules in place
Right.
to where we can't do nothing. It's the same, almost the same thing with
breaking used to be
breaking the chains of old traditions.
Old traditions, yeah.
There's nothing wrong with that, but it's essential because if we're in this day and age where everything is televised and fucking Adrian Peterson cut his child's ass and he got.
The man got suspended for the year.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, this. Can you fault him for his mama showing him to cut ass?
No,
Yeah,
not at all.
You know what I'm saying? Like, but this man's life.
And I remember from that situation, I remember Adrian was like, he was verbal at first,
Yeah.
and it wasn't enough.
So he was basically saying he took the proper steps.
He took his initial steps. You see what I'm saying? And then I guess I remember how completely. But I remember that conversation me and come up, and a lot of people had it. I remember Chris Carter was very vocal about it. Chris Carter was like, his mom was wrong for beating him and his brothers and sisters when he was young. He's not with it. That was his stance on it.
But see, Chris Carter's be cooning.
That's
like a fuck,
situational, man. It's really a situational.
It's situational because
we
you
really
had
don't
people.
know what went on in their house, so we don't know.
That's what I'm saying.
We don't know
It's situational.
if Chris people probably was just flying off the handle, not taking the steps.
Yeah.
If Adrian was saying he took the steps, we got to take it for face value.
Yeah,
if Chris saying he not with the the physical shit, you got to kind of respect his point of view because we don't know what he went through coming up in his household.
Right.
So that's like you say, that's the thing. That's where it kind of get tricky at. Everybody got different upbringing, so we really don't know. Like, all I can say is we all can speak from our own personal standpoint. Like I said, like, if I ever got my ass cut, I'm in full compliance with my mom now. Like, I needed my ass cut for when I did this. You know what I'm saying? Like, and if it was something, we talked about it and got over it. But for the shit that I know that I did, I can't be. I can't hold nothing against her for that. If anything, she did what she's supposed to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I can't really, I was raised in love, so I can't. My upbringing is different from other people's upbringing, so I can't.
Just, like, to hear Shaggy say he hasn't spoke to his mom, like, I feel like I hope that's something that could get fixed because, I mean, that's your mom at the end of the day. And for him to be that up in age and not talk to she must have did a number on him.
He up there.
Yeah,
like,
that's what I'm saying. She must have really did a
Yeah.
number on him and the thing that stood out to him more so than it was the verbal more than the physical.
Yeah, because I remember specifically he was saying like he noticed how that affected his personal household. So it's like for him to know that that's like starting to spread into his household, you got to protect your household as the head of your household.
Yeah.
So for
But
him
that's real of him to recognize.
yeah, that's
Yeah.
what I'm saying. So for him to feel like he needed to cut his mom off due to that, that's crazy to me, man.
But
Like,
see, also coming up in Jamaica, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's a different
different culture. It's a different culture, yeah.
Especially for like coming from literally like
Nothing.
nothing.
Yeah.
Like for real.
Right.
But he was saying that he has a young cousin now that I guess she was acting up or whatever, but they sent her to his mom's to live. And he was saying like he heard her like when he went to go visit, and he was like, she's basically still on the same thing. And then she was like, Shaggy, I never had to go through this with you. You know what I'm saying? And he's looking like, whoa, like, what are you talking about? Like, you used to cut my ass, like, you used to verbally abuse me all the time.
Right,
like,
right.
What do you mean you never? But now he was saying like, yeah, she has amnesia to this because like how things have played out for him.
I don't know, man. It's like, I don't know, man. Like some people, like especially older people, they just be too stuck in their ways, man. So it's like you can't change it. Yeah. Like at the end of the day, they are who they gonna be. Yeah. So it's like
you can't wait till like you're 50 to try to change this.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like,
nah, definitely. And I think for me personally, just speaking for myself, my mother lost her mother at the age of 12. So she was the oldest and had to raise three sisters and two brothers.
Right.
You know what I mean? While my granddaddy was drinking and fucking, working.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, that was the thing.
That's
so
what it was.
For her, ass cutting was all she could really do. Like, the boys cutting up or they not listening, she had to cut ass.
She a kid at the end of the day, so
you know what I'm saying? Like, but she had to grow up so quick, man. So for us, and I have no sisters. It was, she had 3 boys. You know what I'm saying? So for us, and my middle brother, he hell.
Yeah.
So you know what I'm saying? Like
she was already with the shits.
Bro.
Yeah, like
like my dad would have that lecture with us, and then like if it was that bad, he'd be like, all right, well, I'm about to cut your ass. Right?
Yeah.
And I'd be like, yeah, true.
But see, that's like I said earlier with the man.
Yeah,
it's different.
And relate, because you can relate with.
Right, I can relate with a young buck.
Man, my mom would come behind my daddy with that belt and just wear you out, bro. But that's the difference that I'm saying from discipline and abuse. There is a line there that we have to kind of address to say that, all right, this is borderline fucking abuse. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I just saw a video of this mom. I guess she was putting up on her daughter because she was somewhere she wasn't supposed to be, and she was basically like
she
fighting.
Squared up.
Like she was fighting this girl in front of all these kids, and I'm like, that ain't it, man. Like that ain't it, man.
That's why I had retweeted. I was like, hey, man, like
that ain't it, man.
Yeah,
like that video ain't going nowhere.
That shit
video
going
nowhere.
I'm not.
That
with
ain't leaving the neighborhood. That ain't leaving nothing. So it's like
I'm not with the public doing that shit in public, because like especially as a kid, that shit they got to walk with that shit.
Yeah.
Through the rest of their time in school, and like a kid, they're gonna be self-conscious, man. Yeah. A lot of that shit, the jokes, them shit is gonna eat at them. You see what I'm saying? And like you said, the internet is forever.
Nah, for real.
You see what I'm saying? So she was definitely out of pocket with that shit. Like,
yeah, and then when people say legal action against these parents, man, like the school can say something. You know what I'm saying? And like when you get DSS involved in your situations and stuff, DSS ain't always for you. You know what I'm saying?
Nah,
like,
they're not.
Yeah, like that ain't no good call. And kids now know what DSS is, and they will call DSS on their mama. Like shit is real. Shit is that real. I see this shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, but understand, once DSS gets involved in your life, it's hard to get them boy out your life. Like they will come check up on your child at school. They'll check up on at home. You know what I'm saying? Like you always gotta pretty much look to see if you see a state tag in your damn complex because you don't know what they're doing. They just do a drive by, sit down and
observe,
and just watch what's going on. You know what I mean? If your child's a runner, like to run out the house and run out of schools and shit like that, like all that goes into a file, and they keep this file on you forever, man. It really is crazy, and I see this a lot. That's why it's a touchy situation for me because I see hearing that from Shaggy, it was just like damn, like we all can relate to it.
Yeah.
But he made a valid point. Like it has to be some kind of line drawn of knowing enough is enough, or even breaking the chain of saying like, yo, I don't need to cut my child's ass. Which I see a lot of my peers now. They breaking that chain.
You know what I'm saying? Like our generation is we the ones that's changing that narrative a lot. Like I can honestly say that.
Yeah. Yeah. Hopefully, man. Hopefully, Shaggy rekindles that relationship with his mom, man. So Magic Johnson had an interview recently. Good old Magic talking about the Lakers drama and all kind of shit. What's your views on it, man?
I feel like excuse me, let me get right. I feel like Magic though he might feel slighted in a way, being that he took over head of basketball operations, he still should have protected his own ass a little better. And when I say that, I mean Magic should have hired some assistants if he knew that he wasn't going to be hands-on 24/7. So I feel like he should have had some assistants, in with him handling some of his duties when he's not in the office. But that's what you got to take, those type of precautions when you take jobs like this. You know what I'm saying? I understand you're the great businessman that you are, and you did tell them off top that you wasn't going to be in the office all the time, but you still got to protect your own ass because they still gonna try to shit on you, and they showed you that.
I felt like Magic was somewhat trying to cop sleeves, man. I don't really feel like he held himself accountable. Like he kind of was pointing the finger, and even before the whole Rob Pelinka thing, the backstabbing thing, that was a known thing about him throughout the league. And it would surprise me that they would hire him as a GM, but the reason why he got that job is because he was Kobe's agent. And the Lakers organization loved Kobe, so.
Right.
But I feel like in order for that shit to get better, they're going to have to cut the axe with him, man. But it don't look like they're going to do that no time soon. But outside of that, I felt like Magic, had the Lakers made the playoffs, he still would be there. And he got out because he didn't get the job done. Because how can you say you want ownership and you still kind of in cahoots with what the Lakers are doing right now, but you stop being president? Mm-hmm. That shit don't make sense. You just don't got Magic wanted the title. He didn't want the work. That's just my opinion on it.
But I do remember when he first took over the job and he was doing all that loud capping, and he was basically saying, if I don't get us where we need to be, I'll personally step down. Now, based off him saying that, I would appreciate it, like you said, like instead of like trying to say niggas, whatever, however you felt, you still entitled to say that. You still got to take your own ownership into account. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was shit that you did on your own that wasn't, conducive to the Lakers winning. You know what I'm saying? It was still shit on your end. Yeah, them people might have been talking down on you within the office, but you still got a job that you weren't fully, committed to.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, like you said, like you do still need to own up to your part. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're not fully excused from this at all.
Got you. I feel you on that. So, yeah, man, he going to have to get his shit together, man. In other news, we got a Raptors and Warriors NBA Finals, bruh.
We do.
I noticed your heel turn on Drake, too. So, has the heel turned on Drake?
You talking about?
You said the goalpost move, man. You say you was pro him running on the sidelines.
Oh, if it's gonna get the Warriors out of here, I'm with it. I'm with it. And they got home court advantage. I'm with it.
Bro, you be going in on that nigga, bro. When I saw that tweet, I was like, come on, fam. Like,
Yeah, I do. But go ahead and cheer, my guy. Go ahead and cheer. If it's gonna get them in their feelings, go ahead and cheer. You see Draymond killing that nigga. Nigga say, I don't care about Drake. You see Drake play basketball?
Hey, man, I never would have thought I would see the Raptors in the NBA Finals, but this just confirmed to me that Kawhi's staying. Remember I said if they got to the finals, he would resign? I think he's going to resign now. Even if they lose. Now, they get swept, it might be a different competition, but I'm not saying
They can
it's
get
just
at least 2
because
games.
it's the Warriors and people want to. I honestly feel like the matchup favors the Raptors, but the Warriors have the experience.
On paper, you're going with the Raptors.
Or off how the matchup should be because they have a lot of size.
Yeah, they do.
They have more
Even on
size
the
than the
bench.
Rockets did. They have more size than what the Trailblazers. Yeah, like even with the bench, I feel like the matchups favor the Raptors. But with the experience, you got to go with the Warriors.
Mm-hmm.
So I see a lot of people saying the Warriors at 5-4. I'm not going to disrespect the Raptors like that. My head would tell, like my gut would tell me Warriors. My gut is telling me the Warriors in probably 6. But my head, I would probably take the Raptors in 6.
Hey, but if we're gonna keep it a buck, Kawhi not scared of the Warriors, bro. If we want to recall,
You got to really take into consideration what he did to the Bucks.
we got to take
Down
consideration.
0-2.
Yeah, win 4 straight.
Yeah,
right?
down 0-2. You got to take that in consideration. And the Bucks ain't no whole team.
Right.
They
But
just-
you know what they did?
And
They did what we was supposed to do, and not stick to the game plan with Giannis.
Yeah.
They took Giannis out of those games, and they made everybody else win the game.
Dog, they was not letting him get in the paint at all. And when he did get in there, they brought help.
This what happened. They got the bodies to do it. You got Serge. You got what's the dude name? The dude that start
Siakam.
You got
Gasol. You got all them boys. So Marc Gasol, yeah. So when he was getting to the paint, it was automatically a second man coming. They wasn't letting him get no one-on-ones in the paint. And even with Kawhi by himself, he did a great job.
Right.
So I just feel like the Warriors, yeah, Clay and Steph, their game is coming off screens. If it's
A lot
shot
of
not
running.
there,
A lot
get
of
into
running.
a lot of running.
Swing the ball if
Swing the
it's
ball
not there.
if it ain't there. But I feel like with the Raptors size, them lanes can get flooded with the passing lanes. So, like I said, my gut is telling me the Warriors in 6. But my head is telling me the Raptors. If the Raptors pull this shit off,
Is
man,
Andrew still hurt?
it will
Andre
be the
still hurt?
biggest upset in NBA Finals history, hands down.
Is Andre still hurt? Iguodala?
No, he's playing.
He playing?
Yeah, he's
Okay.
playing. Boogie's supposed to be coming back too. And I really wish the media, but I get it, would stop assaulting our intelligence with this Kevin Durant injury.
It's the Achilles,
It's
man.
the Achilles, man.
Quit playing with us.
Y'all keep going from conference finals to okay, he's unlikely
for
to
the first
This is what they
game.
say. No, hold on. This is what they say. Kevin Durant's unlikely to play game 1 and game 2. Motherfucker, he's not playing game 1, game 2. He's not playing game 3, 4, or 5.
Or 6 or 7 if necessary.
He's not playing. He's not playing in this series. Now, if Kevin Durant is playing in this series, I'm not going to disrespect the Raptors to say it's sweet because I got to take it for what it is. And what I see is a great fucking team. Like, I didn't think the Raptors would do what they did and how they did it, but for them to get the Bucks was the best team in the league this year, record-wise. And for them to do what they did, like, yeah, man, that shit is crazy. It's crazy just to see what Kawhi Leonard was able to do in 1 year versus what DeMar couldn't do in like 7 to 10 years, fam. Like, I don't care what nobody say. That nigga sick.
You erase a nigga whole fucking
Legacy.
body of work.
He is elevated past DeMar DeRozan, bro. Even if they don't win the finals, Kawhi Leonard is a legend in Toronto.
Definitely.
Damn, that's crazy.
He is.
You gotta make Michelin Ness Kawhi throwbacks now.
You have to.
Now, can we say that it also plays a part that LeBron's in the West now?
No. And we gonna talk about that too.
Nah, I wouldn't say that either.
Because Mo brought up something that was very.
You don't think that Rosa would have did it if Kawhi never came? And
No.
LeBron left.
No.
I feel the same.
They would've lost.
They were getting put out like
They would have lost to the
playoffs,
Bucks.
right.
Like Kawhi definitely was a dynamic. And shout out to the Raptors GM. He took a lot of heat for that, but he stuck to his gut. He stuck to the plan. He got the shit rolling. But another key piece that he got in that acquisition was Danny Green.
Yeah,
For him to get Danny Green with Kawhi Leonard, That was
say
a
this too.
that was a
I'm vocal.
great trade.
I'm vocal on the Kyle Lowry slander, but this playoffs he's played a lot of good defense against some good point guards. So I will say he is kind of validated as being an all-star to me.
Well, just this playoff run, but he has to be consistent. He has to be consistent, fam. You can't base it off a playoff run. I'm giving him credit for his playoff run. Kawhi been doing this shit. You see what I'm saying? But Kyle Lowry doesn't get no automatic jump up for me because of this.
It's not a jump up. It's not a jump up.
This is just credit for what he's been doing.
It's just credit.
Oh, okay.
It's just a little validation. That's all this is.
Oh, okay.
That's all this is.
Because I have to see this going forward. He's far from retiring. I have to see this on a consistent
If they
basis.
can keep this type of team around Kyle Lowry, I feel like he'll flourish with this type of team, a defensive-oriented team, because that's what he is. Mm-hmm. He's a defensive-oriented
And Kawhi Leonard has not been getting credit for playing hurt, neither.
Oh, he hasn't. He's not. He's not.
You know what I'm saying? He got to get that. You got to get credit for that.
You know why? Because it's a lot of. I seen this. It's a lot of salty Spurs fans that are mad at Kawhi for sitting out.
But playing with the Raptors.
Playing with the Raptors.
I saw his uncle put up an Instagram post. I wish I could have found that shit about why they falling out. The reason why they fell out with the Spurs. Basically, like the Spurs didn't believe in him and all that. They felt like he wasn't really injured to the extent that they said he was because the doctors had clear. That situation is their situation. All I know is for Kawhi to be out there limping and playing the way he's not faking that. Because first of all, Kawhi ain't no fake person.
He looked good that last game, though. He wasn't.
Yeah.
But that game before that,
he could have just been bruised up, man. He definitely had a significant.
Yeah, you can tell he was going through it the game before that.
And like Skip, Skip, he an emotional ex-girlfriend going through his little emotional phase. Say that man name, bro. Saying number 2 is very disrespectful. That shit is disrespectful, bro. Don't call that man number 2, bro. Call that man by his name, bro. If Kawhi was somebody who would have, if he was like a boogie, he would have seen him about that shit.
Right.
He would have seen him about that shit. For real.
This more credit to Kawhi because Kawhi not stooping down to that.
And you know what he doing? He reflecting it with his wins and work.
He's just gonna go out there and show you what it is, like.
And that's what I say, bro. Like, for him to be doing, and like I said, I don't expect nothing less from Kawhi because he been do this. And shout out to my nigga JT because JT was on one of them dudes, until I see niggas, like, do what LeBron do, I ain't giving them credit, da-da-da-da. Nah, fam, like, this West shit, if we gonna transition to this West shit, this West is so much superior than the East shit is a dub. It's never been like that. I never believed it. And this is more confirmation because the Warriors have now been to 5 straight finals. So how strong is the West?
That's why I asked the question. That's why I asked this question. I said,
why can't it just be a team is
now
that good?
When one
they
nigga
just hitting they stride.
One nigga been on one conference and he went to 9 straight finals. The East was so trash and all the other shit. But within that time of him, within 5 times, at least within 4 times of that 9, he faced one team.
Exactly.
So how fucking weak is the West?
That's what I'm saying, bro. Like y'all niggas got to stop with that shit. That's just like with football. Like the Patriots have been to 8 straight AFC Championship games. Is the AFC trash? Fuck no. They hold
our division against us. The division.
I ain't even worried about that. At the end of the day, bro, like a team sometimes just has a better team and they are more consistent. When the Bulls went to 6 finals in the 90s, the East wasn't trash.
No, it wasn't.
At all. They just was the better team. They went 7 games with the Pacers. They was down 0-2 to the Knicks, came back, won 4 straight, won in 93. Like, they had battles, and that's why I feel like a lot of people, like, even with today, they just look at YouTube and they look at the finished product. They don't look at the road to the finished product. And it's too much full games out there for y'all not to be ignorant to this information. But, like, with this East-West shit, I felt like Kawhi would have did this shit. If Kawhi was in the East right now and LeBron was in the East, I'm not saying that they would have ran the Cavs, but I think they would have beat them. Because if you put that Cavs team up against this Raptors team, it would have been a different discussion, bro. That's just my opinion. That's all I can say. I never roll with the East is more superior than the West. Oh, LeBron in the West.
It's just very interesting because that was a very strong narrative that people put out there. Is like the East just so trash.
The East was never weak when LeBron was there. It was never weak. He was just that good. That's it. The Warriors are just that good in the West. People just have their moments. That's it. They constructed, they built a team, and now they consistent. Like, people, you got to understand, bro, when you win a championship, unless it's like a Cinderella type shit, that team is not going nowhere. Do you expect that team to just fall the fuck off?
That don't happen.
It don't happen like that in sports, really, bruh. Like, even with the Spurs, they didn't go to 5 straight, but they consistently, they won 5 finals since 99. That's a lot.
That's a lot. That is a lot.
For you to win 5 finals from 99 to now 2019, yeah, that's good. For you to be in Western Conference Finals consistently, that's a lot. You just that good. That team is not going nowhere. If you keep your core intertwined, bruh, teams just going to have to step their shit up. That's all it is. But it's who you got in the finals?
Man, honestly, like, I ain't gonna disrespect the Raptors, but
you rolling with your gut on this one.
I'm going with my gut. My gut is telling me go with the Warriors, but at the same time, like how you said, like the matchups do kind of favor the Raptors just based off size. You know what I'm saying? They got bodies to throw at everybody. Like they can match up with the Warriors You know what I'm saying? It's not gonna be a stroll in the park. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to say it's over in 5 games or 4 games. Like, I ain't going to play them boys like that.
Drew, who you got?
My gut's telling me Golden State, but I do want to see Golden State lose, but I don't want to see Drake up there wilding. I'm going with Golden State, man. I got to keep it a buck.
This nigga tagged me in the comment the other day talking about something. Man, that shit going to be trash. I said, dawg, low-key, you like that man music, bro.
I don't, and I've made that very clear.
Woo!
And also, let's just say that nigga was off some good coke on that damn.
You think so?
Interview. Yeah, hell yeah.
We're a college basketball team. We're a college team.
That is the most peaked his voice I ever heard before.
What are you talking about, my nigga?
That shit was high pitched like
y'all
a
an NBA team. Y'all an NBA team. What are you talking about? We're a college team. What?
Man, that nigga been off that bag, man. Keep it a buck. That boy been very red.
Was Drake playing with his nose?
He was playing with his nose.
The man was playing with that nose.
Man. He was
Drew, hell, man.
He's gonna keep it a buck.
He said you don't want to see Drake up there. Dog, them boy win that championship, bro. Ask this question: if they win the championship, are they going to the White House or the Parliament?
That's going good. Where? What's the options?
They're going to the Parliament.
They going to the Parliament? You don't think they get an invite to the White House?
Nobody's trying to fuck with the White House no more, bro. Unless you're like Clemson. Dabble, Sweeney. Like,
I mean, but they not in our country though. But they are part of the NBA Association.
Yeah, but I just think like these teams nowadays, like especially with like the black heads of these teams, they're not fucking with the White House.
Got you.
Nobody fucking with Trump.
It would be interesting to see how
they
that
serving
out,
pizza, my nigga.
I do want to see Kawhi win this shit though, to debunk a lot of shit. Just to really debunk a lot of theories and these narratives about the East to West and, Kawhi was with the Spurs. A lot of people were saying that Kawhi was a system player because he played under Pop. What is DeMar DeRozan doing under Pop?
What is he doing?
You was up in the series against the Nuggets and you basically folded, my nigga. Like,
the same DeRozan
get credit
we've seen.
The same DeRozan we've seen. Exactly, bro. So, like, y'all really need to stop with all this system shit.
There's no such thing. Shit too. He's not a Kobe.
There's no such thing. Coaches have different coaching styles, but this theory that systems make up. Yeah, certain players, like with Tim Tebow, he needed a certain type of style to flourish. Yeah, but when it came to Kawhi Leonard, that man was a great fucking player, point blank, period. So, is Tim Duncan not a great power forward because he was under Pop all these years?
Tim Duncan, the greatest power forward of all time.
Arguably, yeah, arguably. I would say probably Kevin Garnett, but I wouldn't argue Tim Duncan. I probably would. I'll flip a coin. I'll take either one of them.
You can't go wrong.
You can't go wrong, bro. Like, you really got to look at a player for what he is. Tim Duncan would do the same thing if he was on any other NBA team, bro. Pop is just give credit. Give Pop his credit and give the player their credit. Exactly. Just like I always say, bro.
Pop knew what he had in his hands and he formulated a plan around
it. And
that.
he tried to do it with DeRozan. I seen DeRozan not come through.
Yeah. That's just that's
just him as a player.
That's one thing he is consistent with.
Yeah.
But so also you don't have like the Tony Parkers there anymore. You don't have
for Pop to do what he did with that team this year, he did a great fucking job.
I feel like
Patty Mills definitely came.
Definitely.
I feel like a lot of people forgetting his starting point guard got injured. He tore his ACL at the beginning of the season. DeJounte Murray.
DeJounte,
and he's nice.
He is.
He's nice. So
I want to see how that system's going to work.
So
honestly, I think Aldridge's years are ticking right now. Like he needs to get a ring soon.
Do you feel like LaMarcus low key kicking himself for leaving Portland?
Fuck yeah.
LaMarcus Aldridge?
He should.
You think they would have been? Damn, they might have been a lot.
They would have been nice with LaMarcus with him and CJ and Dame.
But see, I feel like as soon as he left,
they one piece away.
They started to.
He was the piece.
Yeah. No, but I mean, when he left,
They need a wing.
He started like Portland became something. Like it was like, all right, all just his.
Yeah, they was. They was going to the playoffs, but yeah,
they still missing something.
Nah, they are. But
LaMarcus should be playing a lot better too than what he is.
Nah, definitely.
He should be playing a lot better. He's been laying down over the last couple of years, man.
He's had that
he been cutting ass when that Warriors series when Kawhi went down. Him and Kawhi was cutting the Warriors ass.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Like so, like LaMarcus as a leader and the money he getting paid, he should be playing as such.
Like before Kawhi went down that series, them two alone was cutting the Warriors ass.
Yeah, man. So I'm hopeful to see how this shit play out.
Who you got, Mike? You really gonna rock with Golden State? You think?
I think the Warriors. I think the Warriors is gonna. I think the Warriors is gonna win, but I wouldn't be surprised if the Raptors pull it out because of the matchups. So we got any ask the messages questions?
We do. We got a couple. Let me go through them real quick. We got a couple. Not that much. Slim say, what's the most niggas ever paid for that hole? Slim, I do not know what you're talking about, brother.
I never did that.
Buddy. You can't be self-incriminating even if I did do it.
Nah,
so
yeah. We don't do that.
I don't know about those things. Mike, you know about those things?
No, not at all. Mike ain't tricking on shit. What other questions we got?
All right. We got my dog Fun Size the Stylist. She asked this question on dating. She says, what is your position on dating? For instance, you go on a few dates now, you're just supposed to be his girl. What's happened to dating for a few months to know if y'all really fit? Oh, by the way, we got my dog Chill Will in the building too. He just walked in.
Chill was good.
So you want help answer this question? Fun Size asks, what is your position on dating? For instance, you go on a few dates now, you're just supposed to be his girl. What happened to dating for a few months to know if y'all really fit?
I don't make a girl my girl after a few dates, so I can't relate to that.
Me neither. I don't. Maybe it's the quality of men that.
She's been in college. I can't. I don't know, man. You know.
The way he said that shit was so funny just now. My dog had flipped the dread back like I don't know what kind of.
That's that T-sip.
Yeah.
What's up with y'all, though, man?
Hey,
Chillin', man.
That's a
Chillin',
funny question. For
You
real.
ain't been here in a while, bro. What's going on? You be busy, bro?
I be out the mix, man.
You know, I ain't seen you since we made that wager. I don't even think I seen you when we was texting. We made that wager on that Bucks and Celtics deal. We ain't gonna talk about it.
You had the Bucks?
Anyways, next question. My dog can't ban the J-Man. He asks, he says, are we heading toward a trade war with China? Then he doubles back and says, nigga, I tripping. I ain't talking about that depressing shit. How y'all feel about the Cole and Thug feature? I mean, we talked
Chill
about...
was one of the ones on the TL throwing shade to Cole. We talked about that earlier.
We talked about this earlier,
You
too.
was one of the ones throwing shade, but you ain't saying nothing. You had retweet some slick shit.
No.
Mike feel like we don't fuck with that niggas is holding their nuts on J. Cole.
No, that was just a
Little jab.
No, that wasn't even a jab. It was just a valid opinion. I felt
You really felt Thug wrote that man verse.
But I've never heard Cole flow like that ever.
He just switched up his tone.
Cole went on that auto tune and all.
How auto tune equate the lyrics?
I'm not saying.
I meant to chill.
I ain't say nothing about the auto tune. Just the whole vibe of the verse.
You know what's so crazy?
You saying he ain't got that type of repertoire?
No, he don't rap like that.
I already know that shit would have been whack. Chill would have went on his ass. Cause I had text Chill a while back when he found out that Cole was gonna produce it. He said he better do right by my boy.
Yeah, man. I feel
That what he said.
I said the same shit.
He better do right by my boy. None of them
said
little
this-
whack beats, them little mellow beats and
I
shit
do
like
not
that.
need Thug rapping on no backpack beats, man. Like,
Exactly.
I feel y'all though.
No, the song was hot.
Yo, how you feel about you had catch that list that Mo had retweet about Thug's out his discography, and the dude had ranked the different Thug projects.
Nah, I didn't see that.
Yeah, Mo felt like he ain't had get that shit right.
man, that nigga had This nigga had. Cause let me find this bullshit again, man.
basically he had some projects low that should have been high. Like he had 10-17 gang, like real, like what, second to the bottom row.
I'm about to get this shit right now. I should have bookmarked it the last time. But yeah, he had this.
What
shit
you feel
on.
is Thug Breast project?
Bar to 6.
See,
Bar to
Nez
6
told me that too.
Bar to 6 is at the highest row possible. This nigga got 10-17 Thug and Black Portland at like the second to last row. You know what I'm saying? This nigga got On the Run B. He got Super Slimy in the A section. He got
Like, you see how it's set up?
look the S, like the S category, that's super. Then it's from A, B to C, D. That shit incorrect, right?
That shit, besides for the 10-17 Thug, that should be in the A. Slime Season 2 probably should be a Super 2.
That's what I would think. That should be up there.
Yeah, it should be.
Number 2 definitely should be up there. Slime Season might. Would you put in the S or
The first Slime Season?
the first one?
No, I wouldn't put the first
No,
one.
I won't put the
I'll
first
put
one.
the
The second, that's number 2 is all fire.
See, he got beautiful Thug girls up there,
That shit ain't like that.
and he don't got 10-17 Thug up there. That don't make sense.
That ain't like that, man. Like, that beautiful Thug Girls is not like that. Jeffrey where it's supposed to be.
Slime language ain't like that either.
Yeah,
He
that's
got
what I'm
that shit
saying.
up
Like,
there.
that's some hype shit, man. Like, he a hype, man. Like, you not YSL, bro. Obviously.
Yeah,
That
man.
Bankroll Mafia project, like, what? Come on, man.
I feel you. So chill. What's going on with the how the ladies been treating you lately, man? How you maneuvering
How
out
summer?
here?
We at the start of summer chill. What's going on?
You be dropping a lot of gospel on the TL, man.
I mean, the ladies can't treat me. You should have asked me how I'm treating the ladies instead of how the ladies treat me.
I got you.
They can't treat me no way other than how I let them treat me. You feel me?
Got you.
Talk that shit, dog.
They love me,
You gotta
man.
remind them that.
Yeah, like-
You gotta remind them that.
It's good though. Summertime it's getting hot. You know they showing skin.
Yeah.
You know.
They come out the house any type of way they want
Type
to.
of way.
So they feel like they can mouth off any type of way they want to.
Yeah, man,
So
but,
yeah, I feel you.
I got a little starting point guard or two. You know, I'm in the cut right now. I ain't making too much noise.
You got a point guard or two. All right.
Yeah,
Okay.
Little Damon Stoudemire, almost. You know, little something. You know,
Oh, okay.
Damon, little
Okay.
Damon Stoudemire.
Okay. That's where we at with it. That's where we at with it for the summer.
I'm falling back. Man.
That sounds like a productive and low key summer. That's what you need.
Yeah, man.
You don't need to be out on the scene.
Nah, man. How y'all holiday weekend was though? I did a lot of drinking, man.
I did a lot of drinking,
I'm
man.
trying to recover today.
You hit some day parties yesterday?
I didn't even go to no day parties. I went to a couple cookouts, man.
I'm in smack Saturday, bro.
I've been smacked Friday, Saturday, yesterday. Today I'm just chilling. Like I don't even want to drink
I
today.
had to
Right?
take it easy yesterday. Niggas were trying to drink again. I'm like, man, nah, man. I'll take a cup and that's it. All that other shit.
I know I'm about to be posting in the house after this shit.
Yeah,
All that
I'm
other shit
chilling
is
today.
dead. All that other shit is dead, man. What's up? We are in day party season though, so I mean, it's gonna pop off. It is about to be pop out season now.
Yeah,
So
I heard it was a nice one Saturday. I missed it though.
yeah, we was in there for.
Oh, you went in there?
We was in there for.
I heard there was a couple starting point guards in there. Nah,
Hey
I
man,
got some bad advice.
Hey
I
man,
got
our,
some-
our brother right here, he was more coherent than me. So
that's facts, Drew, or no?
You said starting what?
A couple of starting point guards was in the building.
I mean, we got there hella late, like last.
Drew, was they choosing or not, Drew?
They been choosing.
Okay.
A bit of both.
We did, I mean, based off that, you can take it how you want to take it, but choosers don't always mean that they're gonna get chose. So,
Right,
Big facts.
Just because you choose don't mean you're gonna get chose, right?
I mean, it's good for the person getting chose up on, but you know, we take that for what it is. Like Drew's more coherent than me, man. I've been smacked.
Mo was over there sipping that Henny.
What they had you drinking
I've
that
been
gin
on-
shit,
I've
that
been
gin and
on-
lemonade shit, man.
Nah, I switched. I was on the tequila and pineapple, man. Then by the time I got up there, I was on the Hennessy.
Yeah,
I
you
was-
went from the tequila to the Hennessy. Yeah, you was bound.
You part of the group that slandered Hennessy?
No,
No?
Oh man,
Hennessy
he
gang.
wanted the niggas that
Yeah,
appreciate the shit.
I'm a connoisseur.
Oh,
Hennessy
okay, got you.
connoisseur. I
I
got some
don't,
in the
I don't know
car
why
right
people
now.
shit
I
on
don't
that shit
be
like that.
understanding why
I see it
niggas-
even. I see a
It's
lot
a-
of people
it's
fuck with
it's
it.
a popular
It's a
thing
popular
to
thing to
do
do.
It's the
No,
low
popular
hanging
thing
fruit.
to
It's
do,
easy to
yeah.
pick at the Hennessy.
What's one drink you ain't fucking with?
Gin.
I ain't fucking
slander.
I'm fucking with my dog Drew. I've grown to appreciate the gin, man.
Thank you.
I can't. I just really don't like white liquor at all. But
that's the thing. This is the thing. All right, vodka is just too weak for me. All right, I drank vodka. I don't know I'm drinking vodka, so you got to take a step up. You know what I mean? If you don't feel like being on the brown tip, gin is just aggressive enough, but also it ain't that aggressive.
It ain't the
like
tequila.
brown.
It ain't,
Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Have you fucked up?
And
boy.
that's the thing. Like it has you making bad decisions.
Exactly.
Man, I can't
Gin-
drink that tequila unless I'm in a relationship, man.
Yeah. And see, like gin, if anything, if shit pop off, like if like being a black man out here, like how shit be popping off, you know what I mean? Like you TTG off that gin. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, immediate beast mode.
Yeah, big
Right.
facts. So that's why I fuck with the gin heavy though, man.
Yeah, man.
Man, we gotta get you to drink something one day, man.
Ain't gonna
Ain't
happen.
gonna happen.
Man,
I
last
already know
time
what
Mike
he
took
gonna
a
say.
drink was for my birthday like 5 years ago. I had to beg Mike to take a
6.
shot. That was 6 years ago. You right.
That's
I
a good
beg
look.
This
Mike.
ain't that shit. This ain't
Yeah,
ain't for me, bro. That shit it don't taste good, bro. Like
You don't drink it for the taste, though. That's
That's
that
the
what
thing.
people tell me. That's what people tell me. You don't
start-
drink it for the
eventually
taste.
when you start drinking enough, you do acquire a taste, but you don't.
They
drink
say it's like an
for the taste.
acquiring taste. You don't drink it for the taste, but dog, like if I ain't, I ain't fucking with that shit, bro. And dog, niggas, yo, I done seen people like literally like be fucked up behind drinking, bro. It's like a lot of people can't hold their liquor like that, bro.
A lot
A lot
of
of people
niggas can't.
can't.
A lot of niggas
A lot of
can't.
people can't. That's why you gotta know your limit, man.
Yeah.
Like I ain't gonna never get to the point where I'm.
You could look
where I'm
foolish out here,
incoherent.
like yeah.
Yeah.
Like nigga got tote me out the club and all kind of shit.
You don't want to look like that, man.
Yeah,
It's a bad look.
That's a
very
bad look.
very
You gotta,
bad
if you
look,
walk
bro.
in the club, you gotta be able to walk out the function on your own, bro.
It's a very bad look, man. Like,
You see a girl who can't hold their liquor, that shit unattractive to you?
that shit is very unattractive. Like,
Oh yeah, I don't even want nothing to do with you.
yeah, that shit like.
So you in the club
You
chilling, a
moving
girl
crazy.
choosing up on you, but you know that she can't hold her liquor, you ain't fucking with her.
Nah,
That's an automatic L?
that's an
For one,
automatic.
if she,
Damn.
if she can't hold it, like,
You ever been around a drunk girl, like try to get some,
I seen
some
'em.
pussy from a drunk girl, like who's like incoherent drunk? Like that's just not a good fun time. at
You know
all.
what I had this conversation too, and I thought it was just me. Like I really ain't trying to really get down with a girl who really drunk like
Yeah,
that.
that's
Like,
that's
I feel like I ain't really messing,
Yeah.
cause she her mind ain't.
That's-
I really ain't trying to
That's like a
engage
dead-
with no
we in
girl.
a different time right
Yeah,
now.
but
Yeah,
now
I
you-
ain't trying
yeah,
to fuck with that, bro. Like nah, fam.
Red light.
I'm not trying to get the drunkest one out the club.
No, I'm not, bro.
That was in 19, 20, 21 year old shit, right?
Yeah, like
nah.
nah, I'm good on the sloppy.
Yeah,
You might throw up in my ride type.
She's
yeah.
probably definitely gonna throw up.
Yeah.
definitely.
At
gonna
least
throw up
on your
somewhere.
ride.
Yeah.
It might not be in it, but
Nah,
Oh, I know
Get
you
out.
ain't going for that shit. No, you ain't going for that.
like
I don't
that's
even
like a
want-
dead body. Like that's like a waste of time. Like 'cause she ain't gonna be no fun. She ain't gonna
She
be
not
able to do
here.
nothing.
She
Yeah,
not here all the way.
You might as well have a Nah.
and
man.
I'm not trying to hear from my lawyer saying that there's an open
Yeah.
case on me.
the way times going these days.
real.
Yeah,
In
that shit is a
different
risk.
time.
Yeah.
We in a different time, man.
Yeah.
You gotta protect yourself, and that's not protecting yourself.
So she can't be a part of starting five.
Nah, she might not even be on the bench.
what if she?
I like them classy these days, man. I don't know.
When you about to go ahead and get you just the MVP, man.
I mean, like I said, I got a candidate, man. I'm just taking it slow, man.
I feel you. You the couple of months thing, you ain't with that.
Nah,
Not after the
man.
couple months.
Nah, man. Like
I don't feel like you should put a time on that shit.
it's not a time that you put on it.
Yeah,
Like that
cause
shit
I ain't did that shit.
Yeah, that shit just gotta flow. Like you just know when you know.
Yeah.
You know when it's the
You
right
you
time.
with the settling down
I'm
shit
with
though?
that shit. Yeah, I'm with that shit. I'm getting old, man.
I feel you.
I'm trying to settle down because tricking off is expensive, man. That shit getting expensive, man. You got 3 or 4 girls, you gotta take care of all of them. That shit expensive, man. I ain't with that.
Well, this is what the question Slim. The question Slim asked the best.
Oh yeah, that's probably for chill.
Slim say.
Shout out to Kurt, man.
Nigga say.
Shout out Kurt, man.
Nigga say, what's the most niggas ever paid for the whole? I
I
said,
mean, he mean just straight like tricking? Why?
all tricking type shit. So basically, I ain't.
Next question, man.
Hey, my dog plead the fifth on that one.
Got to.
My dog plead the fifth on that one, man.
Got to. I ain't, you know.
I done been to,
I remember you had tweeted some shit one time. You be like, man, every time I see this girl, she asking for
That's
some
money.
money.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, man. Like this, that's what I'm saying. That's the ghetto bitches. I gotta get away from them, man. they beg too much, man. Like
You feel like the field is getting worse out here by the years?
Oh, yeah.
So you gotta find you one and lock them
because
down.
all the good ones getting locked down, boy.
Yeah,
Slim
I've been thinking about that
Pickens,
the other day. I've been thinking about the other day, like, bro, like, the dating
all
pool.
the good bitches either dead or in jail,
Yeah.
man. Dead or in jail,
Yep.
man. That's sad too.
Dead in jail. Jail meaning they locked down.
If Chill talking like that, then I know shit getting real.
Dog, I've been thinking about that. I'm like, bro, like, this shit getting wicked around here, bro. Like,
I
The
feel like the attitude
quality
is getting worse with it too, though.
The
Because
quality
the shit I be
pics?
seeing on the TL. Let me not say that because they might be saying that shit for the TL sometimes.
Yeah,
so
most of
that's
that
exactly
shit be
what it
cap,
is.
man.
Yeah, that's
Them
exactly
girls
what it
don't-
is,
That shit
man.
be cap. Them girls ain't gonna do that in real life. Ain't nobody doing that stuff for them. In real life. Man, come on, man.
Yeah, nah. If you got Cash App in your damn your Instagram bio or Twitter bio, and you ain't doing nothing, like you just a regular ass shorty out here, like you ain't verified or you
Right,
ain't
got no check.
you ain't getting nothing, like you just got Cash App in, like niggas sending you money. You a dub.
Let me tell y'all some crazy shit. I saw this girl Instagram story the other day. I told Mo about it. Mo know who it is, but I had seen, and she was talking about how she wanted to go out on this date with this dude, but he wasn't planning this shit. So she gave him chances. So he was like basically on some shit like so such and such date come. He's like, I don't know what you want to do. She talking about something, I ain't going. So then when it was time for the other chance she gave him, he was talking about, well, let's go to the movie. And she asked, well, what you want to see? He was like, it don't matter, whatever you want to see. She was like, I ain't going. So basically she was on some strict shit. Basically, like, if you ain't trying to put no effort in the planning the shit, she ain't fucking with it. So I'm like, dog, something as petty as a movie, bro, I would say the same thing. Like, if I was dating, I'm like, bro, it don't matter. Like, I'm just glad that I'm with you. Like, it ain't really that serious. If you on some shit like, I ain't going because I ain't pick a movie, bro, like, that's also, that's wicked, bro.
Like
It's a dodge bullet.
Sound like she just don't want to go with him.
yeah, like,
that's
it seemed like anything he would have brought up, it would have been an issue. Like,
you
so
just need to move on from that. Next.
That shit
it's
crazy.
a bullet dodge on his part. Because if it's a problem, a nigga say, all right, we trying to link up, but I don't know what to do. If a girl feeling you, even though if you ain't even plan out where to go, a girl she gonna pull a spot out of hat and be like, hey, let's just go ahead.
Let's do this.
You know what I'm saying? Like, if she fucking with you like that.
Got you.
Just like the shit the other day about that they was talking about how girls just be going on dates with niggas just for the free food and shit.
That one picture that went
I
viral.
know.
Picture, yeah.
Yeah.
She trash for that,
She
bro.
dumb
she's
corny
super
for
whack.
that.
And
Dog
she-
had like her too.
And she was a weak link, like.
That's
what I'm saying,
That's what I say.
bro.
You're not even cut
What
like that.
But see, to him,
that
to
fucking
him,
grandmama wig on, man. Come on, man.
But you see how he
Looking
had look at her though?
like
Dog
Myrtle
had dog was nervous about the whole date.
with
You
that
see what I'm saying?
Myrtle Urkel wig on.
Myrtle Urkel wig, dog.
I forgot about Myrtle Urkel, bro.
Playing with people's son with that Myrtle Urkel wig. Talk calling this man a bum. Bitch, you use this man for pizza.
Bro, you going on the man a free pizza date? Come on, man. You don't got $10. You buy your own pizza.
You don't got
feel
hot
like
and fresh
that.
money?
I'm telling you, man.
That shit was
She deserved Little Caesars pizza, quality pizza.
after that
for
shit, bro. Yeah, I ain't had like that shit because and dog was really feeling her.
Yeah, he
You see what I'm saying? Like, and I be like, man, this nigga done been feeling her, and he been nervous about the date, and you over here, you playing this man, and you ain't even like that. But see, I can't speak for dog
that's
because
what happens though. Ones who not like that, when they
he elevated her.
he elevated her.
He
feeling
elevated her.
herself. She probably felt like she could got off, and that's what happens. This
Right.
is what happens when you give the lower class a voice.
Right. Right.
I already know my dog.
That's harsh as fuck, but that's the truth.
No, you right, because none of my niggas would have let that shit ride. I tell you that right now. I Lil Mo ain't been letting that shit ride. Hell no.
You ain't want to play none of my niggas like that. You ain't cut like that, bro. Like, I ain't care.
Nah,
bro.
that been one of my niggas. I would have had to check her, dog.
Yeah,
Real
yeah,
shit.
yeah, like-
I would have had to dive in the hey, bro, don't play my nigga like that. That man really been feeling you gonna get on the internet with some sucker shit. Don't
You
play
not
my
even
nigga
like that.
You not even.
Facts.
I told him not even to fuck with you.
Facts. Me and my nigga would have had to have a conversation like, hey, bro, don't let no feel. She made that man feel like less.
Nah,
like he been an
definitely.
ant. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? Like lower than dirt, bro. That shit been trash.
Really, he fed this girl. He was feeding her. You know what I'm saying?
And she probably punished too.
Probably
Man,
punished.
Fuck that pizza up, hungry ass.
Probably punished. Probably punished the fuck out
Probably
there.
that probably
Eat
her
the crust and all.
First
Probably
meal all day,
punished.
probably. She
Yeah.
probably ate all day till she got that pizza.
Probably been drinking water all day.
That shit crazy, bro.
No calorie intake. Now you got whole pizza.
Y'all had talked about the shit Joe Budden that said about Kawhi. Y'all heard that?
I heard niggas was up in arms about what he said, but
he was on the podcast. He was trying to, I guess, telling a story. He was saying like how Kawhi Pops was in prison for murder, but the whole time his pops is dead. He got murdered. So he's like, yeah, I see why Kawhi act like that now. His pops is a murderer. You can tell why he act like that. But
what?
Yeah, but the whole time this man pops dead, he got killed like about 10 years ago.
Yeah, but I'm not giving that no energy. That shit crazy.
Then when
they corrected him, he was like, "Oh, well, I still feel like I still think that's why he act how he act. Because before his pops got killed, he was out here putting in work." You know?
Yeah, that's
huh?
Yeah, that shit crazy. I have to actually go back and look at it because I can't really speak on it. I can't speak on it. I have to go see it.
Niggas talk about it, but I didn't look into it. We were about to record, but that's wild for him to say some
crazy.
shit like that.
That's some shit you get checked over. Right
yeah,
there.
I gotta see that. I had to see that.
That's why niggas don't like Joe Biden right there, man.
Yeah. I had to actually go back and get some information on that shit, man. But yeah, man, what else we getting on before we get up out? Chill, we gotta get you back in here for a full episode, man.
Yeah, no, I thought y'all was gonna do it yesterday. I was gonna pull up yesterday, but I guess y'all.
Yeah, we gotta get you back in here for another full one, man. My dog, you dropping some gems on the TL, man.
Yeah, man. They always come through and shit.
Yeah,
out,
man.
Hey, man.
So what y'all got going on for the rest of the day, man?
Trying to stay cool because it's
Do
fucking
that.
hot outside still.
Hell
Hot
yeah,
as a
man.
bitch.
It's about to hit peak time too. What time is it? About 1? Oh yeah, it's about to be real blazing now. It's about 1:20. Yeah, man. I'm about to go to the crib, get some food, watch some movies and shit. Chill out, man. That's about
I'm
it.
supposed to go to this little pool party, but I don't know. I might have to wait till the sun goes
Couple of
down
them
for
things
that.
choppy out there.
Couple
Was
of
you at the pool party that's going viral on the TL?
You guys see that shit this morning?
I ain't see it.
Dog
I
been
already
looking
on
at
there
dog been
yet
looking
today.
at ass while she been shaking the thing, man.
Oh, I seen that shit. I ain't see it on the. I ain't see it on Twitter,
Niggas saying,
but I saw,
that's my homeboy. Like, quit playing with me, man.
Yeah.
Quit playing with me.
like the shorty. Had
Oh,
like
that's
a-
your homeboy.
Quit playing with
Oh,
me.
that's who was beefing with you. and
Quit
Nick.
playing with
Oh
me.
yeah, that was him. That was him.
Is we finished or is we done? Y'all quit playing with my name.
Yeah, well, you got to holler at your mans, dog.
Y'all quit playing with my.
Quit
Quit playing with my name.
That's
Chill,
who
you
that
ain't down
was
with
in
that
the
type of
video?
activity,
Nah,
ain't it?
man, I don't get down like that, man.
Hey, you know what's so crazy is that they said there was a big pool party happening out there, Mount Pleasant or some shit yesterday. I got the address and it said 33 minutes away. I said, yeah, nah, I ain't gonna. Nah, shit, nah.
That's somebody's house on a dirt road.
Nah, for real, like 33
33 minutes?
Where's that? Where are you placing me in Charleston right
33 minutes outside Mount
now? From
Pleasant?
downtown. Yeah.
that's-
Oh, no, you
from
tripping.
downtown.
From
Yeah, that shit-
downtown.
No, you
Nigga, you
tripping.
going to Myrtle Beach?
You going way out the
Nah.
Mount Pleasant right there.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, nah, shit, nah.
Hell no.
Yeah, nah, I'm good on that. Nah,
Yeah.
but I heard they was wilding at these pool parties all weekend though, man.
I got you.
heard a couple of things been getting chopped in the pool.
Wow.
We ain't gonna speak on that, man.
Going back to what I told you guys about public pools.
Yeah.
You gotta watch yourself,
Yeah,
man.
watch this.
You gotta
Drink
watch
that water.
You gotta watch. I don't want that water going in my ears and nothing.
Yeah,
Like, we
I don't
cool.
want that shit in my
We
ear,
cool on
period.
all that.
Niggas be peeing in the water.
Yeah.
So we got anything coming up within the next couple weeks? Anything next week?
This work, man.
This
Always
it?
work.
I feel you.
Always working, man. Always working. Like I said, man. This is summertime, so
Yeah, man.
Fellas.
Stay cool, man.
self-preservation is key.
Yeah,
right.
man.
I'm gonna leave it at that.
Don't let these women out here try to get over on you neither, man.
No,
Stand your
no.
ground.
When they barely got pizza fare, so let's keep it a bean. out here.
Yeah. Facts.
Fellas, make sure you keep them sweat rags on you at
Yes,
all
sir.
times.
Fat boy
Sweat rag
rags on deck.
season.
Fat boy
It's
rags
that
on
season,
deck.
boy.
Definitely.
Yes, sir. Can't walk around with that greasy face, man.
I feel you. Yeah,
Gotta
man.
keep it together.
So what we say every week,
And
man.
man, if you hear anything on the show that gets you in your feelings, you feel some type of way, always remember,
With just some messages.
we out.